Back at it. Scrims begin at 5 or 5:15 Eastern, so we're literally right on time. Hopefully early enough that we can hop in the lobby, no issue. I don't know. I'm gonna bring max vibes regardless. Let's get it. Toucan, how we doing? Clifton, welcome. Welcome. Let's have a good day today. Yeah. Chat better be good. Trying to be hero. How you doing, brother? Welcome. On the YouTube. Rycor. What's good? Neptune the GOAT. Damn right he is. Damn good Halo. Let's freaking get it, Neptune. Thank you, brother. 4 months. Welcome back. It goes excellently. How you guys doing? Manifestation. Welcome. That's right. Let's manifest this, brother. Manifest a good day of Halo. I got a million tabs open. Last shot is in matchmaking, so we got some time. We're looking at rank 1, Shopify, of course, versus rank 3, Usubeni, Piggy's team. That's my understanding, unless something changed. Should be Shopify Piggy. Both teams we've watched in Observer before. Last time we watched Usubeni, it was versus the rumored FaZe roster. They 10-2'd them in Observer. They didn't seem to have a problem with us being there, so I'm hoping today is the same story. How's Halo been? It's been fun, man, with what, considering as fun as it could be, right? Considering the way things are going this year, the lack of opportunity, DreamHack being on Xbox. We're doing the best we can to just have a good time with it. And that's, nope, none of that is what you want. This is it right here. Ellis said they're scrimming Usubeni around 5:15 because Acid will be late. Okay, good to hear. Yeah, so we scrimmed him last time and it was not an issue, or we observed it last time, it was not an issue. And we already went ahead and bribe Wade, Last Shot, and Frosty, and then got booted yesterday. So I figured maybe the subs that we gifted would carry over. Here's hoping. Last Shot said he doesn't even bother sprint strafing on the Xbox. Yeah, I think anything that's like super tight frame-wise, like sprint strafing, jiggle peeking is a little bit less impactful on the Xbox. Jiggle peeking you got to do because it's just such an important mechanic. But I think when it comes to sprint strafing, any slight delay in your input can really affect the potential with the technique. You want to be as quick as possible. Something I even recognized with Descendant, who's insane at it, right? I think he's on a Razor. I got to confirm this. But I'm confident that the less input latency you have and the more advantages you have to lower the latency, the faster you can sprint strafe. So, for example, if you use a hair trigger on your Razor or maybe the Game Sir, I'm pretty sure you can execute the sprint even quicker out of your shot. Because I think the hair trigger gives you a slightly faster trigger pull, right? So that's how it feels for me. If I put a hair trigger on, I feel like I can sprint even faster out of my shot. Except I don't like the feeling of the hair trigger. Anyway. Yeah, man, it's freaking pay to win, isn't it? Right? Certain mechanics you get benefits from depending on how much latency you got. Burger Enjoyer, how we doing, man? Hey, bro, really love watching my streams. Good. Unfortunately, you got to go cheat. Oh, go and cheat on my wife before she comes back home. Yeah, that's a troll. It should be a cheating enjoyer, M4H, not burger enjoyer. Unless the burger refers to something I don't want to know about. How we doing, Seb? Last Shot's on an Xbox, yeah. Everyone will hopefully be on Xbox today. So the entire lobby, we'll get a confirmation. Yesterday for the record chat, I did hear some mixed messages, but according to Eco was on Xbox and Bound was on Xbox. And then Stellar and Sirion wasn't. Is my understanding. Sirion doesn't even own an Xbox, I don't think. And then BJ helped us confirm that Stellar was on PC. So it should have been Bound, Eco, and Xbox, which honestly, if half the team was on it, not a bad scrim record. I'm pretty confident that that comment is just literally just like rage bait or something. There's no way. That's exactly what he decided to type on purpose. Or because it's true. It'll be interesting watching a LAN on Xbox. Yeah, it'll be different. Right? Is it like the kind of content I expected us to enjoy this year? No. But, you know, I'm here for it. I'm here for along for the ride regardless. Bound was flying like that on Xbox? I guess so. I don't know. I'm just going to take Eco's word for it, you know? Let's go, Pabs. Yeah, the reticle size in the locked 120 FPS is the biggest, easiest indication, you know? But the reticle, I think, the reticle automatically will let you know. Just something that's, like, fundamentally different from PC for some reason. It's possible to get a reticle like that on PC, but you have to raise your
making these accounts, you're obsessed with
your resolution, right, to like 4K.
Like, you're hashtag noticing.
It'll be interesting because I think it'll force games to slow down a bit. Not Bound or Last Shot, but for the most part, I think players might miss more. That's one thing. I mean, Last Shot's still freaking frying with it, bro. He hit flow yesterday in that live fire game and just started doing insane things. Looking for the overkill with the shock here, too. No, you'll clean him up. So I think one big part of it is literally just getting accustomed to playing on Xbox. Because, yeah, coming right off of PC on 8,000 pulling and then going to Xbox is going to feel very sluggish. But if you stick with just Xbox for a week, 2 weeks, it'll start to feel normal. And then you'll start to get the best out of the peripheral and the setup that you're working on, right? So I think part of the reason why we're seeing some of the dialogue around it is because they literally just made the switch. They're still getting used to how it feels. And then he'll probably be back in form. But my assumption is that there'll be more missed shots than we're used to seeing, which would lead to maybe slower gameplay, more chaotic gameplay. Like maybe people would pace their play style a little bit more like considerately or whatever, because they know they can't just like fly in 5. But you know, as I say that, I see Last Shot do some crazy shit with his play style regardless, right? So maybe there won't be a huge difference. I don't know. W for taking that joke positively. Kind of stuck in multiplayer, LOL, but enjoy watching my guys. Liked and subbed. Sounds good. Will return in the future like Trump's name in the files for the 69th time. Damn. This man's full of jokes today. All right, Burger. Thank you for the like and the sub. Welcome. And hopefully you enjoy the Halo content and not the other side quests. I don't think any of them were on Xbox. And Eco and Bound just said it because, that's a theory. That's an interesting theory.
I'm dead now because I just fucking scams.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the one to raise that pity. I'm sure people will have their own theories.
Good morning, sir. How you doing? Xbox, yes, Don.
It definitely, shakes up the narrative a little bit. Were they lying?
Easily winnable. But like the same time, there's so many gunfights.
These are the ranks in the lead up to DreamHack, yeah, Tim. So this is first seed versus third seed. So Usubeni have, I think for 3 weekends in a row, gotten top 3 in the online qualifiers, right? Or the Open Series and the qualifier, they got top 3. So, that's all we really have to go on as far as ranking is concerned. So they would be rank 3. Even though if you take these players last year, and stack them up in comparison to other top rosters, you wouldn't have, probably wouldn't have put them there. Though MV did place top 3 at the end of the year, right? But it's interesting that we got a team full of like, not traditional recognized superstars in the Halo community, but still top 3. Does that make sense? Like kind of on the come up, making a name for themselves. Sort of a new team. Like they're not new, but they're a new team to, I think, the broader public who won't really recognize the names.
Wait, no, where they capped this? Wait, team.
Especially with that, the little bit of Mexico talent in there, right? With Acid.
Okay. Oh, I'm dead from mid.
These lands gonna feel so fake. Get comfy with it, Reese. Get comfy. Rumors are, chat, that Atlanta is gonna be on Xbox as well. By the way, I got like limitless tangerines in front of me, so I hope you guys don't mind.
Gross, bro. I'm kind of fucking gross.
I have 3.
I'm kind of back and shit.
But yeah, Atlanta might be on Xbox as well, which is a huge L if that's actually the case. What happened to the PCs that were used at the HCS events? Is that like, I guess that's like owned and distributed by HCS themselves, and they can't, there's no way we can get our access to that? BJ on a 25 stream streak. Absolutely killing it, BJ. Love to see that. B. Jordan.
OG
Michael B.
Xbox
Jordan?
Xbox
No.
come back. OG
Someone came into Last Shot's chat asking questions for Bound because he was having performance issues in Xbox, or it was Bound himself. Remember? Look, I'm trusting that Eco and Bound were on Xbox. That's the narrative I'm running with. Half the team, Eco, Bound were on Xbox. Stellar Sirion was on PC. You guys can theory craft anything else you want.
All good, I guess.
I'm doing excellent, Eli. How you doing, man? Welcome. Yo, I liked your short, by the way. Chad, if you haven't seen it, I probably should have retweeted it. But it was a well-made short about age, like the unks, top-performing unks in esports. That like 32-year-old Apex, and then the guys in the FGC community. Somebody 42 years old still winning in King of Fighters. Actually, really interesting. Well done, short. Eli, so good shit, man. Gave me a little bit of, it's never too late vibes.
I mean, Matt was
just in case I decide I want to compete.
I couldn't. What?
I know, right, Chris? I'm a phony. I should have retweeted him.
Well,
I was gonna quote tweet it and say something about like,
bro.
just a reminder that it's never too late if you're a gamer dad in your 30s.
No. He was on. He was on good. No, I'm not kidding, bro. Listen.
A lot of stuff seems to align with at least Bound being an Xbox. Yeah.
Bro, I actually. The shit I did to him, I kind of felt bad.
Trying to learn the science of short-form dopamine hitters. Yeah, I think that was good. It was well-paced, and the edits on it were like interesting enough. Like you know what I mean? Like there was a lot happening that like kept me actively engaged in watching it. I think bite-sized content like that has potential to pop off more for sure. And then hopefully that brings people into your longer-form videos that you're working on. It's tricky with YouTube. I think the tricky thing with what you're trying to do is it's so broadly applicable. Like trying to make an esports show is so tricky because everyone on the internet is so hyper specialized in one thing or another, right? It's like even for myself trying to do, if I want to do COD and Halo on the same channel, I feel like I run into potential issues with that. I did like this little esports show back in 2017 where we would round up the news in the industry and just talk about it, share our takes, and have little side like game show type activities, and it was a lot of fun, but nobody really wanted to watch it. I did it with Cineplex in Toronto, and we had to can it after the first season because I don't know, I think it's just because it was so broadly applicable. Gaming is really fragmented, so generalized content is tough, right? You have to like really build up like a platform and expertise in one zone so that you have a dedicated audience for that, and then somehow introduce them to more in like a rollout or I don't know, or you have personalities on the esports show that are already so undeniably famous that people want to tune in for the esport personalities. I don't know. It's just tricky not to like pick apart like the business plan or anything. I just think it's really tricky. I think the short content is good though because it was very bite-sized, and even for me who's not like actively engaged with broad esports, I found it interesting.
If you keep your mind in it, if you keep your mental,
because Twitch ruined gaming. Yeah. Scump and Methods tried to do a show called The Breakdown. Yeah, and even that didn't work out too well. And it was Scump and Methods, right? What were they trying to do? Like analytical gameplay reviews.
It's a lot cheaper circular. It's like a fun.
It's the amount of work required to the viewership that you get in return probably didn't make sense for Scump and Methods, right? When they're just chilling, doing whatever they want in the watch party, they get way more viewership. When they sit down and break it down, there's a core audience that actually appreciates it, but that's a smaller niche audience, and then they probably don't see the same return on their investment, so they give up on the project. Even though that content there is actually a lot more valuable to that core audience that cares about it. Shopify the only team with the balls to scrim against PC players?
I wouldn't say always. It was more so around like
Shopify will take anybody on. They'll take anybody on. But for good reason, bro. They want everything. The type of team that wins everything has a mentality where they'll take anyone on. Doesn't matter the circumstance. Got that winning mentality. I can understand newly formed teams taking their time before they combat Shopify. Because, you're getting the chem together. You want to build some confidence and figure some things out. And then you go and take on the behemoth, So if I'm a new team, I would definitely not want to tackle Shopify right away. I would want to get some other scrims in versus teams that I'm more confident we're going to beat, and then take that to the big dogs. Joining Lucy's Customs, that'd be cool.
If he gets his mental and like
yeah, to run eights maybe.
Like your physical health matters a lot in terms of like longevity.
SR's on Xbox.
Like good example.
Guys, get comfy with it because I'm pretty confident Shopify and the pro players will be switching and remaining on Xbox at least until DreamHack. So I think this month is literally like the month of Xbox Halo scrims, you know? Hoping for the best and for like quality entertainment, but that's what we're looking at.
Well,
Smash shorts, probably like 2. Yeah. The most viewed videos on our channel. That's cool. Okay. I feel like the Smash community is one that really appreciates content around it, you know, because it's so grassroots. So maybe there's like good potential there because of the way that community operates, you know, versus like Valorant, CSGO. They might not feel a need for more content in the space because there's already so many, you know, juggernauts in the space. But yeah, I feel like with Smash, whenever I made Smash content, it was always very appreciated by the Smash community.
Bro, holy shit. Oh my god.
BJ, I want to hop into Observer.
Guys.
You know the drill. Okay, so what I'm thinking, man, is
it depends on like, I mean, you just gotta get used to it. That's pretty much it. I'm opening it.
Obviously Last Shot is live.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if anybody on Usubeni is live, but it'd be cool if like if Piggy happens to be live, I'll send him some subs or something, you know, like. Even though what the hope for me is that
like watching like Frosty's montage. Like,
I'm hoping that Shopify are okay with me just hopping in because we already went ahead and did the gifted and whatnot yesterday and it didn't work out, you know. So it's kind of like a carryover. Probably gonna lean into it more, especially right now. Rap Monster is such a good story, and man, who the hell is Rap Monster? Is that a new player? Can't get discouraged by getting shit on if you know you're getting better. I don't really think the teams get discouraged too much unless it goes like horrendously, especially in tournament. Like scrims, I don't think are a huge deal. They don't take it too personally. But like when you have good practice alternatives to Shopify, like you can play Luminon, you can play Usubeni. I still think that I wouldn't jump to playing the best team right away. You know, they're kind of the team to beat. I don't know. Are we all just saying Twitch ruined gaming? That's what we're the eco comment? Yeah. Yeah, it was in the lobby. Rap Monster is a 19-year-old. Luigi! He beat Zane 3 times? Okay, I need to see that, Eli. That's freaking awesome. Chat, if you don't watch Melee, Luigi's like a super unpopular character. There's a few Luigis in Smash history that are actually like pretty high level and have beaten pro players. But not too often do you see one that's like taken on the #1 ranked player in the game. Kind of like an Amza Yoshi. There's a few characters that are just considered low tier and they're not very popular. It's mostly like Marth, Fox, Captain Falcon. You know, like there's certain characters that everybody wants to select. Falco. Right? So when you every once in a while you get like a DK or a Yoshi that like nobody wants to pick and they have a completely different play style and they've like they move the character forward mechanically in a way that the rest of the community won't bother to do, you know? So that sounds sick with Luigi. Luigi's a super unique character. Sure, yeah, I'll take a look. We actually have a few different videos. Now might be a decent time to watch some things, chat. I've been meaning to watch, is it Physionic's video for a while. I think we should probably throw that one up too. I think it might be kind of interesting. And then BK Famous, I think is his name. Jake is his name. Is making some new settings. He's adjusting the battle rifle in Halo Infinite to try to make it more like the Legacy BR. Okay, hold on. All right, while we wait for the scrim to start, chat is supposed to start like now, but Last Shot's in matchmaking, so we'll just kind of keep checking in. But this is short from Eli, so thank you, Eli, for sending this over.
Amazing, but I don't think. I think Rap M is fucking amazing, but I don't think Luigi is that good.
Zane's just a trash ass bitch. I don't know what else to say, bro. That guy just does not know the Luigi matchup.
Trash ass bitch.
Zane having a hard time KOing right now, and this is a lot of juicy percent.
Oh my god. Wait. So that's kind of crazy, right? So the side B that he hit here Is there, Eli, I can't remember, is there any way to get this version of the side B every time? Because I'm pretty sure it's RNG. It's like a 1 in 5 or 1. Is that Genesis? Okay. Basically, when Luigi throws out this move, like 80% of the time, this move is completely random. Yeah, so like 80, it's 1 in 8? Even less than, right? So a 1 in 8 chance. So every other time, you get like a pretty normal, shitty side B. It doesn't do very much damage. 1 in 8, though, you get this. That's like basically an instant kill move if it hits, or it does like a ton of damage. It's very powerful. So he got like, he did an insane combo into a low probability chance attack that directly connected and killed him. And then popped up. It's like he does it on purpose. Interesting.
Trash ass bitch.
But like, is there not? Because sometimes in these games, there's ways to do certain movements that like increases the probability that things are going to go your way. You know what I mean? Like I swear shit like that exists in Smash. Like there are low probability moves, but if you do the right set of like activities or inputs or whatever in advance, you can like force the probability in your favor.
What the hell? I've never heard him say that.
I don't know if that's a thing, but that's super cool. Eli, I like the short and sweet and entertaining. That's a sick combo. At Genesis, by the way, chat, which is one of the biggest Smash tournaments of the year. It's like the one that kicks off the year. Big major to kick off the year. Yeah, there's some of the characters in Melee are super unique, but they're considered low tier, so people don't want to spend time learning them because oftentimes it's not worth it. The risk associated with learning the character is like too large. But then for every player that does stick it out, it's always beautiful because they have a completely unique approach to the game that nobody thought of.
My name's Nick.
Chat, so this is Physionic. He actually has a really high-quality YouTube channel with 339,000 subscribers on, like, I think it's like sports science and health and whatnot. I mean, you can check it out here. And he's been very supportive of the channel, which is awesome. The guy's killing it in a completely different industry. Clear multi-study analyses, clear explanations of mechanisms underlying the results, and sprinkled cheeky humor. It's a very like hyper specialized for, you know, not exactly my special like expertise, but clearly he's killing it in this area. And he's a Halo fan, which is dope. So he made a video, I think I lost the link, about a rank system in Infinite. And I think he shared it with the competitive Halo subreddit, because personally, this is not something that I'm too invested in. And I feel like the competitive Halo subreddit would have better feedback, but I also don't know if this is the right year to do something like this. I feel like year 1, year 2, something like this conversation would make more sense. But
my name's Nick.
Give
I've
us
been
a
working
listen.
on a new system for the Halo
Club
ranking
Samus,
system, and I was curious on your opinion. So I'm not a huge fan of the format for determining ranking of teams in Halo, because while it might be more obvious for some of the top teams, and even then it can be debatable considering that 2 top teams can each win equal number of majors, so depending on the year. It's also less obvious for middle tier teams to stack up against the field. So I created a system that easily calculates team performance across events. So in this video, I'd like to explain what the first version looks like and what it considers. Now, I'm not going to take too long, but if you're uninterested in the details, then you'll find the current ranking.
Sammy, if you're a Halo fan, you should technically also be a Smash fan, because the origins of Halo and Smash, they came up side by side, brother. Like, the games are just as old as each other. 2001, they both came out. 2001 is a freaking goated year, by the way, for just gaming in general. Does this guy play Halo? So he's into Halo. I don't really know if he plays much Halo, but he shows up in the chat. He's been supportive of my content, which is really cool. And he has like a successful YouTube. So I guess he's a fan, right? And he's come up with some sort of system to rank the teams. My only concern with something like this is, first of all, it's not my expertise. And secondly, I just don't know if it's a year where the scene is large enough to truly embrace and care enough about something like this. You know what I mean? But let's see what he's got.
Not going to take too long, but if you're uninterested in the details, then you'll find the current rankings listed on page 1 of the Excel, and you'll find updated rosters on page 3. So in short, this system gives you 2 things. 1, the current team rankings based on performance across events, and 2, an updated roster for the top teams from event to event. Okay, I'm going to get into some of the details now. This system was designed to measure performance across 4 types of events. So open series, qualifiers, majors, and finally, obviously, worlds. Now, winning first place in any event equates to 100 points, 80 points for second place, 60 points for third place, 40 points for fourth, 30 points for fifth and sixth, 20 points for seventh and eighth, 10 points for ninth through 12th, and finally 5 points for 13th through 16th. Essentially, points are guaranteed for getting into pool play for a major, even if it's not that much. Now, I've listed the placements for each event on page 2 as base points. Then comes a multiplier. The current multiplier is set to keeping the same base points for winning an open or a qualifier, so it multiplies by 1. However, if a team plays in a major, the multiplier adds 25% as a bonus considering the gravity of the competition. Then, for Worlds, it adds a 50% bonus considering that it's a championship. Now, this not only allows middle-tier teams a chance to catch up through late season surges, but it also offers more gravity to big tournaments. And we could leave it there, but there's actually still 2 problems to solve. So one, what happens if a team dissolves and the members separate to create new teams?
They haven't started
technically,
yet.
A newer team would play fewer events. So they could have an artificially inflated ranking if they simply compete in 1 or 2 competitions. And 2, what happens if a team splinters? So one half of the players form a new team and the other half stays with the old team. The old team, well, gets screwed and they're technically not the same team as at the beginning of the season. Now, I input 2 guardrails. One, I've added a roster factor that rewards continuity on a team, meaning that sticking with your team for long term instead of switching.
It's being made.
Essentially, there's a small.
Okay, chat, I do want to make sure I get in the lobby. So this is Physionic, I believe is how you say his name. This is interesting. Eli, you might be somebody who can give him feedback on this. I feel like I'm not like adept or knowledgeable in the category of like rankings, or this is like not my area of expertise where I'd want to tinker with this stuff and actually actively figure out who's ranked where. I felt like I recommended, and it looks like he found his way to competitive Halo subreddit anyway, but that was my recommendation. I didn't say it directly to him, but what I would have said directly to him is competitive Halo subreddit would probably give him direct feedback, and there's more people there that probably are, you know, more invested in this. And Eli, I think you'd be helpful as well. Hey, he's in the chat. Yeah, Physionic. What's up, brother? Yeah, this is really cool. And just letting my YouTube and Twitch know, I mean, guys got an incredible, you know, successful platform here, not related to Halo, but it's cool that you're into Halo, and I hope you do more in Halo, brother. I just want to make sure I'm pointing you in the right direction so that you're getting the feedback that you're looking for. I just don't know if I'm the one that can give you the feedback. It's all. It's not my specialty, but I think it's cool that you're thinking about this stuff, and I hope to see more from you in Halo. It's kind of my way of looking at it. It's a W, man. Yeah, Eli might be helpful with feedback. Though I'm not exactly sure what you're asking for because you're still kind of talking about obviously the process and how you're putting it all together. Let me see if I can hop in, chat.
It doesn't work. No, I'm letting him in. I'm letting it in. Yo.
Adding observer POV to the titles. Working for Shopify is like the best core org you can have. He's doing fine just before that. Yeah, I mean, whatever we gotta do. Big P is fighting fish. Is that like code? You're good, K-Man. Think Halo would have a resurgence if they did 4v4, 2v2 daily ranked tournaments like Rocket League and Fortune does. I mean, there's a lot of things that would benefit our community from a content side that, you know, we just don't see. So add it to the list, you know? Okay. I don't want to just like... Acid was on Xbox yesterday streaming. So I'm pretty... B is on PC. No VSync, 260 Hz. Okay. So Breaking Shot is on PC. Wait, what is he saying? 120 frame rate? With no VSync. What's the 250 Hertz, though? He's on a 250 Hertz monitor? We've got one player in the lobby, Breaking Shot, who's on PC. So just something to keep in mind. And 6-7. He gimped his PC. So he put the VSync on? An interesting idea would be to try to create the Xbox experience on your PC by gimping your PC. Oh, 250 Hertz polling rate. Okay, thank you, thank you. My bad, my bad. So he's on 250 Hz with his controller on 120 FPS, but he said no VSync though. One eye closed, 67 Hz, 69 FPS. Okay, done. One eye closed. Extended blinking, you know, just really slow blinks. Well, it's good to know he speaks English well enough to get that little joke out there. Thought Xbox was 125. So Xbox caps at 250, but most controllers on the console are 125 polling, but you can do 250. Just get drunk. Yeah, currently inebriated. Like anything we can do to gimp the lobby for the sake of the Shopify being on Xbox. But chat, for all intents and purposes, we've got what, 4 Xboxes versus 3.5 or three in a PC, a GIMP PC. Game 1. Just hoping everything's correct. We got an instant disconnect. I don't know. Yo, bro, every time I stream this, my server is incredible. I'm on 16 ping. Sincerely hoping that the players in the lobby are not struggling in that department. Better see some kills, Shyway. What do you mean? I'm the one commentating, so you're going to see a lot of them, just not for me. Tuning in. Shyway is a good day. Hell yeah. Sam, let's go. W Observer. First game, we got a quick reset. Not sure why. We're going to jump back in, figure it out. Oh. In the Chicago server? Is that what it is? It might be. Something like that. All right, chat, lock in. 250 polling on the controller. Yeah. I don't know which other servers would be closer to me. This is one in NY. I don't actually know where the servers are located, but somehow I poll 14 to, I guess, 17 in this case, ping every time I'm observing. I am thinking investing in like a VSync or not a VSync. What the hell is it called? VPN I haven't looked into it, but something like that might not be a bad idea if it helps the players in the server. Like if I could just choose where I want to be at any point and don't pull server, because I don't really care what my ping is as long as the game looks good, you know? Game 1 either way. If it's your server and you have good internet. Hold on. Give me the audio. Last shot POV. We will stick with him off the open strike, is why the hell not. Somebody did collect the sniper, and it was Acid. Acid coming out with the trade, though. He'll die. Hot potato snipe in the bottom of cuts. I'm not entirely sure who picked it up. It might be Piggy. Frosty getting out with the camo in the meantime here. He does end up collecting the snipe. We'll stay with him. Frosty got cleaned up by Yaxon, so I believe that's a burned camo. Ball collection. Team spawn in back tower. He'll hand it off and see what he can do to defend his team for the ball setup. Snipe on the rotate here. The Maker Acid has been good for a few years. Been capped on the Latham teams. I'm kind of wondering that too, right? Like, is Acid suddenly nasty, or has he always been nasty and we just didn't give him his flowers because he wasn't exactly surrounded with, you know, world-class talent, which you could argue he is now, right? So, I mean, it's exciting. You know, that's one of the things about this year that I think people don't fully consider is the players that have been working the hardest kind of behind the scenes that weren't really making money to begin with. It's not like they're making more now. Like, maybe they actually have an opportunity to make more money now. But I think that there's holes, like gaps left behind from the top talent that have decided it's not worth it. And those gaps will be filled by players who are already grinding anyway behind the scenes, right? Now they suddenly own the spotlight. And we get to find out about talent we didn't realize existed. If we matched up the 2024 SSG versus 2025 SR, who wins it best of 7? I don't freaking know. Right now, 2025 SR is the most polished, most dominant team we've seen. So I would have to see more of that team to know. It's safe to say we got a recency bias. Am I all in on Halo coverage again? Not doing COD anymore. I want to do a little bit of COD, but I'm all in on Halo. That's not changing. I was always all in on Halo. And if I could do COD, it would be when I'm not busy with Halo, basically. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that, holy Lasha, I think I love this game too much. And I don't want to miss anything. I got FOMO, bro. If scrims are happening and if I got an opportunity to bring content to the community, I don't want to miss the chance to do so. You know, I feel a responsibility here that I don't feel with COD at the moment. Little cut off from breaking shot. He still tried to pull out the footwork. Last shot was saying the sprint strafe on Xbox is like not even worthwhile sometimes because there is a bit of a delay. So still trying to make it happen regardless. Might see a ball rotate here. Yaxon with the cutoff. Acid actually out front. Let's see what he can do. He's got the QT. Ends up running out. Yaxon here for the retrieval. Will at least get the trade. Frosty gonna clean him up likely. Nades the hell out of Piggy and then dies. I don't know about that play. Breaking shot. Gonna have to early play the ball. And will likely get dropped here, and the whole setup gets broken down. Cycle looking for Acid off his spawn. Spots Piggy here too. And what we will see is a Shopify setup. Well, last shot flanks. That was awkward. Cut is cool, but the mechanics required for Halo are a different tier. I think both games have mechanics, but I think there's a flexibility that Halo has with the shield system that allows the mechanics to shine in ways that it's just harder. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see in COD to the same degree. Also, it's a deeper game, like, without a doubt, mechanically. There is more in Halo. COD's deeper in different ways, right? Rel 2 has a sniper, by the way. Let's take a look. 4 dead. My bad, chat. Don't want to miss a goat in the lobby with a deadly weapon like this one. Sure, looking sharp. It's a whole other topic. How we doing, Gators? Welcome in. I want to see that team, you know, with Legend. Legend is, he's on Majin Club, by the way, in EU Challengers. So Majin Club actually picked Legend up. They just announced it today. And he's still committed to that COD grind. So hope he finds success, but, you know, if not, he's always got a place in Halo, right? Got a little ball break here from Usubeni. Hoping for a competitive scrim today. Def isn't Legend level yet, I agree. He does have potential, but Legend has so much proof of his ability that earned him his position, you know, and the story's been a little bit different with Sirion. We haven't seen enough yet, right? Cycle, last remaining member of Shopify, trying to keep him off the ball while he still can, his last survivor. Cycle currently 7-7. I like that he converts this into a flank. He might actually get behind them while the spawners pinch. Piggy not ready for it either. Nate connects. Doesn't quite clean up too. This is one thing we might see a lot in these Xbox POVs is 1v1 fights that go just a little bit longer, right? Missed shots in scenarios I feel the pros typically wouldn't be missing. Yaxia might be dead here. Unless he's got the support of the team above him. Siren Def insane. I mean, he's got some moments of brilliance for sure. There's what? What are you talking about? Just pure chaos. Minute 30 left on the clock here, by the way, as Usubeni try to find a way to break with limited numbers. Prosty's got him locked down. Breaking shot here for the bait and switch. Hopefully giving them an access to attack this. Piggy now last survivor. Prosty coming back to fend it off. Good beatdown. Throws it over to his spawning teammates back B. Might be able to keep this alive. Final minute, by the way. Roll 2's got to cut off. It's an awkward position for the boys in Usubeni. Descend it. Let's go, man. Thank you for the sub. Welcome, guys. Hope you had a great stream. What's, do you have any sort of scrim updates for me, by the way, brother? How are things going with Luminon? I would love to watch you guys play. Haven't seen you guys scrim in a bit. The big D himself. That's a wild comment, but yes. Scrim Friday. Okay. I'm looking forward to it, man. Hopefully it's a big ticket matchup. Trying to get one for tomorrow. Okay, awesome. You're ready whenever you guys are, as long as you're okay with having me. Okay, we got a little spawn flip here. Breaking shot with snipe control. Repulse back pocket. 5 bullets. Surprising, considering you guys are ranked 2 in the league right now. You'd think you'd have an abundance of options, you know? Roll 2 gonna cut that down. Let's see what he can do with it. Final minute. Jackson is the last survivor and spawns in B here with their perimeter. So he's lining up heads. Hits the body for Piggy. Watching splits in case somebody goes dummies. With the pressure they put on B here, they flip the spawns to tower. You can see that already happening behind Royal 2, and he knows that. Just trying to cut them off in the rotate. Final 3 seconds should be the round. I think this is a big part of the reason why Shopify so heavily prioritized that back A corner is because of how spawn control works once you get them in the blender like that, right? I think Shopify love micromanaging spawns B to dummies and cutting things off from nest. It's a really kind of oppressive way to play this map when you have that setup. Exactly what Verb said. Your ping is as much as your FPS. Bro, you got to find a way to... I don't know, man. It sucks that your internet is such a limiting factor, right? Because I noticed, yeah, for you specifically, you have to, like, disconnect from lobby and then reset your PC and all that, like, more than the other players. Gotta move. That might have to be the play. Something Last Shot did is, like, he was on, like, a farm with Starlink, right? And then he ended up moving somewhere that was, like, relatively local in a condo, but... So, like, he's still kind of close to family, but then way better internet, I guess. He's, like, somehow that improved his situation. He got, like, fiber. I don't know. Seen him hop out of this fight with the sniper, too, in the strong side. Slightly fumbling on the rotate, but the team has his back. Just needs to hit shots. 1 bullet. Doesn't connect. Frosty here for the pickup. Looking for Acid. He'll find it with the help of Roll 2. Fiber necessary to be a pro gamer, bro. It seems like it just stacks. You know what I mean? Like, now you need a high polling rate controller. Now you need like a 5080 minimum graphics card. Now you need fiber. You got to spend thousands of freaking dollars just to be competitively viable. Acid right now with the team holding on to what's left of this setup. And might be in big trouble. Yeah, swarmed immediately. Piggy looking for a play, and he'll get exactly that. It's a well-executed cleanup from Shopify. An immediate ball pickup from Shopify as well. They'll be running that into the tower behind Last Shot here. Last Shot here with the defense. We got Observer. Hashtag freaking save Halo. Let's get it, chat. We're here hopefully for the rest of Scrim. Any gifters? Let's get some gifters to Descendant and Dev if we can. How's the sprint strafing on Xbox, though? If you're still... Because I heard sprint strafing on Xbox is, like, not great. And the mechanic might be, like, hella nerfed. On top of the fact that when you go on land, it's just not even as effective. Piggy will likely get out with this camo. Timing a little bit awkward, though, right? It's about to spawn. He's been brought to half shields. He will not be getting this anymore. Gonna need the support of the team. Acid backing him up by playing in front of the camo here, getting the kill. Frosty will come out with it, though. That's one of those scenarios where timing, you pay the price, right? Like, Piggy was waiting on it just a little bit early. Had he played maybe farther forward for the spawners, instead of sitting on the camo platform and, like, shot those guys back earlier, it could have worked out better. Damn good Halo. Grief, let's freaking go, brother. Descendant, welcome. 150 total gifted, by the way. Good grief. Absolute goat in the chat. Chat, we're trying to get back to 1,000. We're getting real close. Do we have the sauce? I don't know. Can we do it today? We'll see. What's my CPU? Type exclamation mark, or somebody in my Twitch, type exclamation mark PC if you can. It should show my settings. My YouTube might not be updated. Roll 2 just trying to keep the snipe alive. Got him 2 dead, staggered here too. We'll be coming from B. Can he cut this off in the A-plat? Rotate. Yeah, he knows where to look, right? Even before Cycle calls it out, we're finding faces from across the map. 27 for Royal 2 on the Xbox. This guy, lots of experience back in Halo 5 on 60 FPS with V-Sync for 6 years. This guy is like, he hasn't skipped a day. Looking like he's on PC. Everything's lining up. Say there, Ryzen 7 9800 X3D. That's what it is. Is that good? I think it's pretty decent. Holy sh! Everything's connecting. Only faces for Royal 2. Finds the body for Piggy. That's all he needed. The footwork. He'll get out of dodge. Ashley can't kill him. Frosty here to support. And Royal 2 with like literal god plays. 31 and 15. Every bullet hits, and somehow they're still losing the round. Can he finesse Acid? Frosty coming in with a pinch. Might have to clean up on that, but he's a little busy with Piggy. We got to stay on board with Royal 2 as he makes his way back for the final cleanup. That'll be all 4 dead. Frosty with ball. Could see a lead exchange at this rate. Reading the tower spawns, especially with Cycle spawning back B. That right there is a hard indication that they're spawning tower. When you see your teammate spawn back B, it allows Royal 2 to shift his focus with like 100% certainty that they will be wrapping from tower. Big shutdown from Acid in the tower. Speaking of which, trying to support Piggy on the way out with his camo. Let's see what he can do with it. 9800 X3D is pretty much the best and most popular gaming PC right now. That's amazing. Gaming CPU right now. Good to hear. Yeah, my setup I think is very similar to Last Shot's PC, and I have no issues with it. This FPS is actually low for me. I'm not sure why I'm only at 330 right now. Sometimes I have to reset the app if I leave it on for too long. I feel like my FPS deteriorates over time. Like there's like a memory leak or some shit the longer I leave Infinite on. It's weird. So everyone's on Xbox, if you guys are wondering, except Breaking Shot. Breaking Shot's on a gimped PC. He's on a 250 polling controller. He set it to 250, and he's on 120 FPS. I don't think his V-Sync is on though, but he's on a PC and he tried to like make it worse, basically, just for the sake of the lobby.
1 minute remaining.
Got the exact same setup as you. Not sure how much streaming cuts into FPS, but surprised your FPS wasn't higher last night when I was playing MM. It's weird, bro. Streaming does cut into my FPS. I'll get like, I think at least like 60 more if I'm off stream. And it varies depending on the map and depending on how long I've had the game on. I don't really know, to be honest. There's probably more ways I could optimize my PC than what I've already done. 35 seconds left in this lobby, by the way, and Yaxon trying to keep this ball alive. Cycle has the sniper. Hold on. This could completely shut the game down. Line of defense, 5 bullets to work with, and that's more than enough for this situation. Let's get it, 6. What do they do, right? They're going to have to make a desperate move for the ball. Last shot making sure to pick up and drop the ball, so he resets the timer on it, so it doesn't auto reset, right? So no saving grace here in the final 10 seconds. Just give me one face. Somebody chow him. I had the lineup, didn't react. 2 dead, 3 dead, leaving Acid alone here, and Cycle's not going to get an opportunity. Takes to the sky, he'll shoot a teammate. SR a little too good. Doesn't get to use the snipe. Arena modes require more effort and careful planning. They require skill. The arena mode is the sweatiest game type for sure in Halo Infinite. If you're looking for, like, if you're trying to get Onyx in any playlist, Arena will give you the most trouble. OBJ is true Halo, in my opinion. Just playing Slayer is like kind of not true competitive Halo. OBJ, you have to have specific strategy for every game mode and every map and how you want to approach each map and game type. And it makes the game more fun when you get the hang of how it works. Let's go, Dev. No, it doesn't. You don't want VSync on. VSync is going to give you input latency, but the Xbox has a built-in VSync. So I think Breaking Shot is just trying to do whatever he can to gimp his setup so that it's like an Xbox, basically. You don't want the VSync. I got a favorite single most memorable play from Infinite. I don't know, but the first one that came to mind is the Lucid overkill on top tower. That shit was one of the best plays ever. And then probably something out of Renegade from Arlington last year. I could put the LVT music on. I have the license to do it. I got a license to kill as well, but I can't tell you about that. No, I actually don't know. I haven't gone on the Epidemic Sound website, so I'm not sure what songs LVT's playing. I'd have to look through it. LVT music is good. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do about getting songs that are at least similar, or spend some time with the website. Feel V, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Telling you, I know Lucid said he won't compete, but if I'm him, you're forming a duo with Snakebite, Poaching, Acid, and Yaxon. Yeah, Yaxon's been looking nasty. Not gonna get to see the statistics on that, unfortunately, chat. We reset game 2. Somebody rejoining the lobby here. Piggy. The Scrim score is 1-0. First round was pretty competitive until they slipped away with it in the second half. So similar story with the second round. You're scared now. Why are you scared? Oh, why? Because you feel like they're... Just hold your breath, okay? It's going to be okay. Add that bar at the top to, LVT to make it look... Yeah. We got to do some work to make it more professional, huh? Lucid said he's probably not competing this year. So, I don't know. You're going to have to ask him. Interesting, Captain. I don't think the VSync is a benefit for input latency ever, though. I think it's one of the reasons why Xbox has difficulties there. Getting any chewing ASMR to calm our minds? That's all you, bro. I don't know about you. I'm not a fan of those videos where they have the really loud chewing and swallowing. Oh my god. And they have the fisheye lens camera or whatever. It's special camera where they're the camera's in the bowl. Not sure what's up, chat. We're waiting. Eating cereal cams? Yeah, no thanks. Ranks reset yesterday, Moose. Shopify B-Phase and Xbox? No. They lost 7-3. The YBR team won. Half the team was on Xbox, half was on PC. Eco and Bound were at Xbox, is my understanding. Usually get around 480 to 600 FPS in this setup. Obviously, the difference between 300 and 600 is massive. Optimizing is satisfying. I feel like I took a lot of steps to optimize the PC, or I had somebody who knows his shit help me optimize everything. So, I don't know. If I'm playing an aimbot's warm-up map, I get over 500 FPS, no problem. But once I jump onto live fire, I'm looking at somewhere 400, low 400s. His sense is wrong. His sense is 477 right now. FOV is 104.
You actually might be. Because I'm on 25 on the Virginia server, which doesn't make any sense. You're like 13. Yeah, bullshit. If you live in Virginia, you get like 3. If you don't, then you just get fucked. Like, doesn't make any sense.
We talking about servers?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, he'll be back. Still getting used to it, Killa. It's gonna take a while to get it fully adjusted to it. It's probably gonna take a couple of weeks, but we'll see. By the time we roll around for the event, we should be adjusted well and good, but we'll see.
If I observed yesterday, YBR would have lost. Why do you think? You think I check him by being in the lobby?
Yeah.
Where'd Piggy go? Good question. I'm not sure, man. We're waiting on him. You think an opportunity like this would have came if HCS didn't take a hiatus? What, to observe lobbies? Maybe. It might not have been necessary for me to do it if there was a proper league, because more people would be incentivized to scrim. So I feel like we just have like an abundance of POVs. So it wouldn't be a huge issue. Texas guy, no freaking way.
That is just good Halo.
The Dav.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Texas guy 5. Thank you for the gifted, brother. Hope you're doing well. Oh, paying it forward. Let's go. From D-Trek. Love to see it. Welcome, man. Sitting at 984. I'm going to set the goal to 1,000, see if we can get there even. Fixed. Not sure what the issue was, but that's a good sign.
Same thing with Gunplug Gym. Like, why is he playing the game?
This is the way.
This is the way.
Is it Addy?
This is the way.
AXDY. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. Always been mean to Dab, so I figured why not. Yeah, I was in APG's chat earlier, and there was a very interesting conversation being had with Dav. The way I see it is he's not a bad guy, just maybe needs a little guidance sometimes. Why'd I retire the Battle Beaver? Curious. I mean, I love the controller. The only issue is the polling rate. On PC, everybody's playing on 8K, and I have a powerful PC that can benefit from it, so playing on a 125 polling, like 125 hertz controller just feels like such a disadvantage now. Especially when I have a PC that can, like, you know, do a good job running 8K on a Razer. So that's really the only reason. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the comfort of the controller in my hands. I still prefer to hold the Battle Beaver. But the more time I spent with the Razer, the more I've gotten used to it and appreciated the low latency. How does my streaming revenue on YouTube compare to Twitch? I make about double on Twitch than I do on YouTube. But it really varies, right? Like, I get more money from ad revenue on YouTube. But I get majority of my support from my community on Twitch, right? So the subscribers, YouTube comes in clutch with memberships and donations sometimes, but I don't push it as hard on YouTube. The goals on screen are all for like Twitch subscribers, right? So I feel like I work harder to kind of drive community support through Twitch, and most of my money comes from community support right now. We're not exactly like popping off in the views department. You know, if we had thousands of views, then I think YouTube would end up being much better for revenue, but anyway. Last year was good for YouTube, but even then, Twitch still, we got more. Do I make from a YouTube member or Twitch sub? You make money from YouTube membership, 70% of each YouTube membership, and then I make 60% of each Twitch sub. So, but you also make 70% of everything on YouTube. So if you guys super chat on YouTube, I make 70% of whatever the super chat is. And if you donate on Twitch, I get 100% of any donation on Twitch. I don't know. Every platform has like unique benefits and reasons to do what, you know, or to focus on whatever. On the bottom of the screen, we got 983 right now. Lose them as we gain them. You got to be so consistent with streaming because the subs disappear every 30 days, right? So if I'm not like actively working to increase them, then they'll disappear. Super chat is a donation in the form of a message in the chat. We get them sometimes on YouTube. So you send like $10, and say something if you want. And then I get 70% of the super chat donation. Kneecapping myself playing on an old LCD from like 2006. A little bit. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, you're probably on 60 FPS, so you're kneecapping yourself a little bit, especially if you're on a Series X. If you're on a better Xbox that can perform at 120 hertz, then you might as well take advantage of it, get a better monitor. It doesn't have to be an expensive monitor. It could be 1080p, 240 locked, let's say. Just something that'll work, that's compatible with your Xbox. Let's go, Ship. How you doing, man? Formal has 10,500 subs. Yeah, so Formal's making like 40K a month at least on sub revenue. Something crazy. Pretty crazy, right? What can you say, right? You just gotta give the man love for putting the work in and having a supportive community. What's up, Firecracker? Welcome in. Get it, Tube TV, if only. That's how it was back with Melee. Find Sony Trinitron CRT TV on somebody's lawn, and that shit was like a big deal. Hype for the Halo coming up. You and me both, brother. Just waiting on game 2, chat. Score is 1-0 right now. Shopify leading the scrim. Not sure what's going on with Mr. Piggy. He's in a farm in the country of Antarctica.
No, what?
Yeah. Even like there are monitors that are like 200
Holy
bucks or less.
shit.
I'm pretty sure that will give you a better performance. Not sure where the conversation is right now for SR. Just
Yo, dude, what is taking so long, dude?
Yeah, what's going on?
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Yo, JP Perez, W Codcaster POV.
Yeah, CRTs
man.
were quick, responsive. Well, cover the Lucid tourney. I'm happy to watch it, just like last time.
I don't know. They probably
Snipe
do,
Down is
man.
playing Halo Infinite right now? No way.
How many teams qual like through like Europe? I wonder if it's like.
Is this a dream? Snipe Down is playing Halo Infinite.
Yeah, go to your Discord settings. Click the gear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why though?
Scrims have not ended, man. No, scrims are not
Once
ending.
you're there,
Just
go
waiting
to
on them to
activity settings.
come back. Yes, I don't know.
On the left side.
Activity pro.
and go to-
No, hold on.
Where is he right now?
I go to. All right, I'm in settings. Then what?
He's playing
Well,
on
that's
like
way-
the setup that he's on looks like something.
No, activity settings. You should see.
Oh, I
a
see
section
registered
there called
games.
Game,
I don't know.
game
It's like
game
not home.
overlay.
Game overlay. Okay. And then just
Then enable overlay, turn it off, and then Halo, turn off everything.
1X and a TV to a Series S and a monitor went from low D1 to high D6 and low Onyx. Damn.
That's off your screen now.
Yeah, I mean the better performance is going to make the game more responsive and also more fun to play. So
I can't play with you.
you're going to jump pretty quick.
Yeah, you got 4 more.
Lucid in his chat. It's good to see. Hysteria in his chat.
How do, oh my god, I'm fucking tripping, bro. How do we get
How would
back
you even
to
make it
screen?
better? Like, what would you even do?
All right, try and then customize.
But then you're just not even
How do I go to
noticing at that
presets
point.
here?
Feeling nostalgic while
Battery.
waiting for
Like
marathon.
weapons.
So he just kind of feels like he wants to play some Halo.
Click on your
How,
game.
yeah, how do I change my weapon offsets?
What's good, Code Man? Welcome in.
Move mic
Settings.
out and different. Okay. Settings.
It's under game. Yeah, under gameplay.
Is this green?
I don't want a full screen because I want to be able to see what's going on in the lobby when it's fixed or figured out.
I think I had most of them on there. I don't know why. When you got on, it changed all my shit. I do 100 and then negative 100 and then 100 and then the other meta is like
Sight down trying to grind marathon, I guess. I don't know.
Don't type R, bro.
negative 100.
Yeah.
50.
I think we're starting the chat.
I play 100 on the depth.
Oh shit.
Okay, let's try that.
Sim Snipe Down is just kind of playing ranked. I don't even know, bro. Game 2. We lock in regardless. Does Snipe Down have a better beard than me? I think it's subjective. He may very well have a better beard. That's really up to you, Tragedy. What do you think? What ended up being the scrim result? 7-3. YBR. Shopify lost 7-3.
Capture the flag.
CTF Origin, chat game 2. 1v1 him in beards. How do we do that? Do we, like, rub the beards against each other type thing? And then whoever pulls out more hair? Do we have to put some, you know what I mean? Like, how does that work? Or do we, one person grab the other guy's beard and then... Is it like, do I have to caress his beard? Who do I miss watching, playing the most? I don't know. I think, Renegade was pretty fun to watch in the tournaments when he went crazy. It's a bit of a shame that he's not around to pick up a sniper anymore. All right, chat. We're back in it. World 2 with a perfy off the open. Last shot going to pick up the snipe. As Shopify getting an early flagpole with last shot support. We're lining up bodies in the bottom of the map here. And just absolutely cooking. Holy shit. That's a big no-scope. Opens up a chance to pull the flag and he gets shot in the back here too. Can he keep his flag alive? Quick rotate. The second flag pulled from behind at the same time here too. Acid with the run opportunity, trying to defend it. Nobody can stop Wyatt out the open, bro. Maybe a quick return here. And SR, yeah, Frosty in position to plant the flag immediately. Still working with the sniper. Same beast on Xbox. I know. He doesn't look that much different, does he? Cycle is the last survivor to get dropped, which gives their opponents an easy opportunity, my bad chat, to run this flag and keep it going. Acid fighting for rockets in the meantime here too, to prevent any opportunity for Shopify to overextend and shut this one down. I think that flag will be going in. Breaking shot with the plant in the strong side. And we have a tied game already. He's insane. Yeah, on Xbox, right? He's freaking killing it, bro. But we got a lot of talent in the lobby, so just wait a second. Wait a second. I shot roll 2 doubled up in the snipe ramp, and Breaking Shot looking for timing for the rocket. Wants to make it count. They got 2 dead already. Piggy with the flank here. Doesn't need to use the rocket. He can focus this on spawners. They need to find Frosty, though. Yeah, Frosty last alive. This is awkward. Almost cleaning him up. He'll have to fire out that second rocket. He does so beautifully. Piggy in position to pull a flag. He'll be running that elbow. With the support of Yaxon, he's coming bottom mid, keeping roll 2 weak. Can Piggy clean this up? Look at the team shots here, right? From both sides of the trench. Giving him an opportunity to play for the flag. And I like the awareness here, too, trying to defend off. Last shot. Will likely lose this fight. What can Wyatt do to play for the flag? I don't know if he has the flexibility right now. Breaking Shot watching him as well. That flag is moving. Acid from down low. Yaxon with the run. They get it done. Only worry here is the counter cap possibility. Roll 2 waiting on it. Usubeni is on Xbox. Everybody is except Breaking Shot. Breaking Shot is playing. Might be worth making a command for this, but Breaking Shot is playing on 120 FPS, and he set his polling to 250 to try to simulate an Xbox, but he's on PC. We got an immediate counter to the counter. Or to what just took place, right? Frosty going to run in one of his own. And that's the big thing about flag is what you give up in effort to cap. You give up map control. You give up, numbers on the map too, so you put yourself at risk of an immediate counter. We got another one being pulled here as well. And Frosty just trying to hold it down. He's got the support of Cycle, who's chasing down these players. Went to bottom mid here, World 2. Keeping the flag alive with Snipe as well. This could be the final flag. They can clean up Breaking Shot. And Breaking Shot's the only one with some sort of an anchor to get a counter pull. World 2 the MVP on the map right now as long as the sniper's in play. There goes a face. Trying to find 2 here. Still sees Breaking Shot on elbow. Somehow gets lucky timing, right? His team's got him occupied. So you won't get cleaned up. The back of the head of Acid. Make it 2! Holy shit. Royal 2 lining them up, and they win the game off that. Huge survival out of him, too. Breaking Shot was so busy on the elbow that when Royal 2 made that risky rotate to the catwalk, he was too busy to look, right? Royal 2 managed to finesse Acid and then turn it into his second on the rocket ramp. Nasty, bro. Nasty. That's a POV we don't get to witness normally. in Scrims. So good to see the man popping off with no scopes. Pretty back and forth game of CTF. And it wasn't until the very end where Shopify pulled up the back-to-back flag caps, right? World 2, 6'9", fully tatted, jacked. Yeah, what else could you want, right? Had the dexterity of a 14-year-old. He's a demon. Yo, Elusive, what's up, man? First 2 ranked games yesterday, I had to play against Cycle and then Breaking Shot. That was not on your bingo card. Hey, it's a good little opportunity. Thankfully, your placement games don't have much of an effect on your overall rank, right? Like, a lot of that is just based on the previous season. World 2 going to be dropping frenzies in the retirement home at this rate. Oh, yeah. He's never retiring.
King of the hill.
Guy's like a vampire. Somebody just got to give him the elixir, you know? Snipe Down is back. Game over. Yeah, this is Snipe Down's official unveiling. That's it. He's had enough of Apex. He decides now is the time to come back to Halo. Well, Halo's at its peak, you know? Peak of popularity. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Snipe Down's just kind of chilling. I don't think it's that deep. Piggy POV off the open strat. We'll see what he can do. Getting assaulted by 2 members of Shopify. This map tends to be a war zone off the open strat. Just waiting for Yaxon to allow him back into the fight. Acid working his on the left side. Loses it to Frosty. We'll see Piggy come back and address this. First hill is in the ice. Looking for control at A boxes here. Want to force their spawns out to back tower or the inside of blue. So C spawn's ideal for this first hill to ensure they continue to refill the ice and have some sort of an anchor over the hill here. Big denial from Cycle. Acid looking for his. Might get cleaned up across the map by a member of SR. He will. That beatdown was big. Taking his shields. Somebody with a sniper. Is it World 2 with it already? 7 bullets off the previous game. Man was hit, and he's right back in the pocket. Love to see it, huh, Forrest? Yaxon picks that up. We'll see what he's up to. Immediately snapping on last shot as he flies by. We'll get the cleanup here, too. 3 dead. Frosty, last survivor at ice. Denied by Yaxon. Nicely done. Spawns will be in blue here and tower. Yak going to be addressing this. World 2's already up. Waiting on a potential blue spawner. It looks like tower is where the majority of the players ended up. Nasty. Yak. The scope position was not ideal there, right? He scoped far from Frosty, but dragged it onto his face quickly and made it work. But for Cycle, not quite going to find it. Cycle's turn with what's left of the snipe. Or at least I thought. He doesn't have it in the back pocket. Up to World 2 now. Good hill progress, right? Usubeni shutting them out on hill number 1. Hysteria, what's up? Got some intel about a new team with Snipe Down forming? What do you got, man? Is this some sort of bait? You baiting me? What's going on? Snipe Down says he's waiting for Marathon, but he's feeling nostalgic. It's going to be Snipe Down, Roy, Lunchbox, Pistola. Is that what we're doing? We're getting Evil Geniuses back together. The Reciprocity roster from 2019. That'd be insane, bro. How you doing, Nixon? This is not Spyway. This is Observer. This is Observer Way. I don't know what to call it. This is legit, bro. We're in the lobby. I'm not sure. Chat, do you want me to try 60 FPS for observing? Is that going to be better? Or does it look okay like this? I can try 60 and see how it looks. Prostio cut it down. Right now they have an anchor on the C spawn, right? As long as Cycle stays alive here, he's got that potential of spawning his team nearby and giving opportunity to Shopify to bounce back in this. Also forces Usubeni to have to look 2 directions. Right, get tagged by Last Shot, who's picking up Sniper. Will also have to defend off Cycle from the back of C. Awkward scenario. Spawns open in A boxes in blue. Wyatt's ready for it. Just got to slow them down. Doesn't necessarily need kills, though it would help. Him getting gun gives Breaking Shot access to that snipe. Or at least it should. We'll see what he can do. Finds Frosty already. On a private call, calling out for SR. What? If it's my PC, then why not leave it? Because chat, sometimes people tell me that if I'm on 60 FPS, it can sometimes make the viewing experience more smooth. Somehow, on stream. I don't understand it.
Enemy about to score.
Lunchbox, Roy, Snipe Down are looking for one, potentially Lucid. Chat, you heard it here first. Hysteria with the intel.
Enemy team took the hill.
Imagine that. Lucid has a little tournament coming up on Sunday, and it'd be freaking elite if he could get Snipe Down to play in it on the BR starts. Like, imagine that. Appreciate it, Guac. I doubt it, but, you know, Lucid has history playing with Snipe Down back in Halo 5. It'd be kind of cool if he could get the man to come on Infinite just for a BR starts little Halo tournament. I know, he probably won't be. I'm just saying. Wishful thinking. World 2 11-5 here currently. Cycle just occupying C, making it impossible for Usubeni to regain control. Piggy Acid try to double hit it. Nice shots out of Piggy. He dies immediately. Let's go to Acid here. Last survivor that's closest forward. Trying to make use of the thrust to get access to Hill. They're likely going to lose it right now with World 2 defending. Still got the advantage. They got the local spawn to refill it. It's a difficult scenario here for Usubeni. Last shot just pestering him too. Last shot's got the flank opportunity on Piggy. Getting behind him right now. Sticky lands, connects on Acid. And he knows Piggy's there, but he's got Cycle above to just weaken him. It's a good footwork out of Wyatt. Oh, somehow gets the first beatdown. No freaking way. Slowly but surely, SR working him down. They now flip the spawn to C. Cycle going to push out Blue to take that right side of the perimeter. And Frosty's got left side. We'll go to Frosty POV. Working off Cycle here to deny them an ice. 120 hertz is a great experience, although I know Twitch outputs 60. Still so, okay. I can't, I'm not streaming in 120, so it wouldn't matter, you know? I'm streaming only in 60. Big Oops, what's up, brother? We're peeping it on last shot stream. Okay. Shopify boys still cooking. Yeah, what'd you expect, huh? They're carrying the dominance from last year into this one. Well, welcome in. Didn't realize how good we had it in the early days of Infinite with goats like Snipe Down. Yeah, we had Snipe Down versus Formal. Like, Snipe Down on FaZe versus Formal on Optic. Like, that was the thing year one. With Ola as well, but Ola, I guess for the first two tournaments, we had Ola. We had a lot of goats competing at the same time. Just looking for a lockdown on this hill with 2 minutes. Last shot is in their faces with the sniper, and we're missing it. He's got 4 bullets here working with Cycle. Cycle finds Yak. And they can't find a way to kill Wyatt. There's a lot. Oh, almost had it. Piggy team spawns Acid nearby. Last shot will take his time. You can see the remaining players split back C here too, so they got to play into blue, win their fights, and then turn and address the rest of them. Cutting his sight lines beautifully there. Last shot comes out with 2. Cycle's forcing a tower inside C spawn. I wonder if Piggy will know based off his spawn that somebody's here. Maybe not. Right, some awkward looking spawns, right? Breaking Shot spawned like ice because of Cycle's positioning. He's creating a weird influence. And now flanking them as well. Forcing them closer out into the open to SR. Killing sprees back-to-back lives. Holy... What? Are we getting ghost beatdowns? Cycle 14, 14, and 9. Low-key an insane stat line right here. As many assists as kills. Diving at Piggy here too. A little 2v1. Breaking Shot finally takes him. But they got progress on the hill with 1:19 left. It's hard to imagine them coming out with something. Acid's closest defender here. Nice fight with Frosty. Only comes out with a trade though. Breaking Shot with the cleanup on last shot. And we might actually have a little bout of control with the final minute. Piggy's keeping Cycle busy. Breaking Shot trying to keep him alive. Last shot needs that 8K. His snipe's not hidden. I don't know. Give these guys a little bit of time to get accustomed with Xbox, and I feel like they'll start hitting things like usual, you know? But we'll see.
Enemy about to score.
Yeah. They might actually have this, right? Shopify right now are 1 dead. Roll 2 with the pinch on the right-hand side. Breaking Shot going to cut the angle. Force as much hill time as he can here. They got enough time to cap this out. The issue is they can't get slaughtered. They need the guaranteed trades. 3v3 now.
Enemy team score.
Acid steps foot in the hill, and with a minute left on the board, they somehow tie it up. Good cleanup right there as well. We got a little OT. Didn't watch, so it's not allowed. Anyone's game at this point.
Enemy team took the hill.
Cycle alone on the right-hand side here, but somehow occupying the attention of 3 players. Last shot with the BR, gonna find one too. The breaking shot might get overwhelmed. Trying to work off Jackson on the right. Frosty's got the QT, so any damage he does, he gets out of dodge immediately. And the last shot here to clean up the scraps. Acid back blue. They're gonna flip the spawns now to back C as they kill him. Yep, Acid working his way to snipe, and here come the C spawners. He's ready to address it. I go into the tournament. No, I'll be watch partying it. Cigar, I'll be watch partying it from home. It kind of doesn't make sense to go to Europe, you know, if I'm not able to do something to contribute. If I'm just being a spectator. Watch partying is like a big part of our income, right? This is all Xbox, Charlie, except breaking shot, technically. But we'll just say it's basically all Xbox. Still 42 in the clock, so not really playing time. Piggy immediately in the hill here, but he's too dead staggered right now on his team. So he might be in trouble. They isolate breaking shot first. I think that player had sniper. I'm not sure. Royal 2, farthest forward. They'll clean up Piggy. And we'll play time now, 40 seconds. Just one of those days? What do you mean? Somebody has a sniper. Last shot has it. 3 bullets. That spawn, right? Still hits the body on the way out, but it's not enough. Breaking shot spawning in front of his teammate right before last shot got the angle. And it's a mad dash for the hill at this point to save it. 6 seconds, Jackson gonna sit in it. Roll 2 with a cutoff here. They got a shroud at least for a few seconds to keep him away. It's got to be perfect Halo. Ashen from the upper window. Gonna help. They've lost his team, though, and now he's getting tagged to the side. It's gonna be breaking shot alone if he can't find a trade here. It's a big back smack. Almost cleans up cycle. Now breaking shot's got the advantage. Can he hold on to this? Team spawning in C. They'll dive to refill the hill. Jackson gonna come in from behind here. Jackson at the hill with 2 seconds. He ends up dying too, leaving Acid alone. And they can't freaking save it. So close to an OT save, man. Good attempt. How are they adjusting to lower FPS and input latency? I mean, we're seeing it here, right? Everybody's kind of just getting accustomed to Xbox. It's hard for us on the observer to see any, like, significant difference, but some of the gunfights seem to last a little longer. Like, just players missing a little bit more often. Kind of maybe makes the game more chaotic. Maybe more competitive. Like, that was a pretty competitive game right there. Let's go, Toucan. Thank you for the biddies,
I remember
brother.
when you first did Observer, you had people giving a key for what keys to what players in chat, and now you're running this all smoothly.
Oh, thank you, man.
Third-person camera work is great too, thanks.
I appreciate it. Somebody in my YouTube comments said he hated the third person. He said, stop fucking using the, like, really, like, aggressively, bro. I was like, my God. I want to try to, like, spin and see spawn locations and see team formations, or at least show them to you guys. That's, like, the hope. Without making it, like, too jarring and taking away from the viewing experience, you know? So just trying to find timings where there isn't active, like, chaos on screen.
That is just good.
Let's go, Force.
Right, that is just
Damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
Let's freaking get it, chat. Jumping into game 4 here. Aquazil, I think. Welcome, brother. Force 1. Thank you for the gifted sub. Game 4. Frosty POV off the open strat. Denied by Piggy. Piggy will get dropped. Acid Jackson working together. Action Jackson. Acid coming in with Royal 2 from up top. Not going to give up the high ground either until he's got something to work with. Although he's denied by last shot. We'll go to last shot POV here. Watching over the camo. Frosty making a play for it. And the man is smooth, right? He has the pickup. I think Cycle got it. They all dove on camo. Has the Shroud pickup that he used to help the team. Giving Preston access to invisibility in the hill. I swear some comments are AI. Nah, I mean, that one was human. It was just, like, kind of rude. Snipedown confirmed he's not competing in anything, not even Lucis tournament. Okay, good to hear. Yeah, no, I'd be very surprised if he competed in anything in Halo this year. If Snipedown ever comes back to play Halo, it would be when the next Halo comes out, if he loves it. Anyway. Cycle just watching him pour it a long haul. This pressure will split the spawners into pipes or gold right here. Cycle getting ready to address it. Unless, of course, they release pressure on long haul early enough to prevent it from flipping, but they should be in pipes. Yep, pipes rotating to A. And they're looking for Frosty, who's trying to fend off a war zone. Team will make their way back to address A. Cycle got cleaned up by breaking shot across the map. Here's Royal 2. His whole team's dead. Got to get out of center map here and try to force a trade on the perimeter. But very quickly, they clean him up. This is good looks. Without any wasted time, you got Usubeni in multiple hills. They'll retake control of this. Can they hold it? Good game yesterday. 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. On the Coachway account, because I wasn't there. I played 2 days ago on that account. Yeah. Before the reset. Before the rank reset. Unless you're talking about me being on my main, because I have a secondary called Coachway. GG's. Hey, we got observer. No one on the team is a baby. Oh, okay. All right. We'll call it that. Overlooking camo here in the meantime. A little bit of progress here for Usubeni. If they lose this camo, that could all fall apart very quickly, right? Frosty getting out of dodge with it, unscathed. Carried you in streets. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. All good, man. GG's. It's weird, man. My lobbies on that account are so much easier than my lobbies on my main. Roll 2 with a cutoff on B in the meantime. That's it for Frosty and camo. And Usubeni doing a good job just fending off. Oh my god, what a fight. Fending off the advantages of Shopify, right? Like, that was camo out the picture. Very quickly, they trade C for A. So no control here for SR. And some denial from Usubeni. We might see a lead change at this rate. Frosty not getting the beatdown, lunge and pipes. Last shot left alone here in tower. They'll take A with the numbers. Piggy already in A. Last shot going to be forced to back off to C to stop the bleeding. So things looking pretty good here for Yakshin and team. He's got shock available too. Does he dare grab it though, right? Playing out gold, not a bad idea. It can give a teammate behind him access to that shock instead. He's got the flank on Frosty. What just... Okay, he got the cleanup somehow, leaving Cycle last up. It's a Piggy versus Cycle 1v1. Cycle going to come out with a very important win to secure A, and team spawns, right? His survival will spawn his team behind him. And actually in a perimeter, right? Towards the pipe side. Last shot somehow backseat. I don't know how. But he's making the most of it. Last shot from behind here. Not working with Cycle. Cycle going to get denied. To breaking shot in A. Halo's basically back to console, and we might stay that way until after May, because DreamHack Atlanta might also be on Xbox. So it's a weird sim we're in right now, chat. Everybody's going to be, all the pros at least will be playing on Xbox, and that might continue until after DreamHack Atlanta in May. Once the summer hits, and the LVT LAN or LVT X Shopify Pro Series hopefully happens, like the Pro League, that'll be online on PC, and then the LAN following that would be all PC, like an invitational. So I think the second half of the year will be PC only. We're just in a weird kind of side quest right now where we're using Xboxes. Is it a bad thing? Well, there are limitations that come with being on Xbox. The input latency, the lower FPS at 120. But technically, because everybody's kind of forced onto the same platform, competitively, it might be more balanced, maybe, right? Like, nobody's going to have... The thing is all pros have high-powered PCs anyway, you know? So we all got similar experiences. But an Xbox is going to standardize competition a little bit more so, right? Everybody's forced to the same polling rate with their controllers, same locked FPS, same latency concerns without optimization worries, right? You just get on the Xbox and play. So some aspects of it actually aren't terrible. Everyone's on the same shit now. No 8K, exactly, yeah. So technically speaking, in ways it's more competitive, but the peak potential of a player isn't the same, right? Like, like peak ceiling of last shot on PC versus Xbox is probably a little bit different. You know what I mean? You got a shot? What do you mean? You got a shot on Xbox? Maybe. Oh my. They're all getting denied. Acid dies here too, making it 4 dead for the entire team of Usubeni. I think it's Royal 2 who's closest to spawners and shot control with grapple as well. Reading the long haul, but didn't get the read on gold, right? Breaking shot behind him with timing. And that might break the map wide open. Why is the event organizer of this tournament switching? It's not the event organizer. It's, or I don't know how it works exactly, bro. We're just shooting weapon pads, okay? For chain reaction damage. Basically, DreamHack, I don't know who's running the DreamHack event other than the DreamHack staff. Like, and they're just working with what resources they have or what they've allocated to the Halo tournament. I don't know. HCS is not running the event. Kind of feels nostalgic. Yeah, maybe a little bit, right? Kind of like Halo 5. Just kind of, you know, doing the best we can with what we got. Looking for any sort of a face here with the shock rifle as well. Finds it for 2. That's 2. Back of the head of Frosty. And all of a sudden, breaking shots on fire. 20 seconds to camo here too. Last shot, last survivor. Do they have a beat on him? They do. Trying to chase him down in blue pipes. Gives up on the rotate for map control instead. And Wyatt was ready, right? Tried to cut him off, and last shot just a step ahead. Turns that grapple into a beatdown. Piggy will take him. And SR getting involved in the hills off that opening from last shot. Cycle last survivor. Narrowly getting out with his life. Can he stay up? 164 and counting here. Usubeni doing a good job of bringing momentum back in their camp. Forgive my ignorance. Other comps like HCS you could bring. No, you never could. You played on PCs on a locked 240 FPS. So the PCs at LAN would do a good job of simulating like optimal competitive conditions, right? Because they would be close to identical as can be, I guess, is my assumption. But if you're playing online Halo and you're on PC, everybody has their own setup. So online Halo is where there's the least competitive integrity, right? For a lot of reasons, not just the PC, but for servers and everything in between, you know? Some great Halo, hell yeah. But yeah, once you get to LAN and you're playing on the PCs at LAN, then I think they do the best that they can to create one standardized, like, you know, set of like settings across the board, and you can't tamper with it. If you try to, you get banned, right? What happened with Sparty back in year 3? Sparty tried to make some minor changes, and he got in big trouble. $199 to $180 and counting here. Usubeni got last shot on the ropes. He's 18 and 10 though, so not feeling it in the KD department. Can we find Acid? That little G slide was big. Acid cuts him off though. He's got moves of his own. What can Royal 2 do? Frosty in the hill right now is a solo man. And with the help of Royal 2, that was huge, right? Ensures that he gets the capture and then breaks out the gold here. Behind enemy lines just a little bit. Might have the cutoff on Jackson. Get tagged in the back to support a last shot though. He's here with the shot. Acid said breaking shot is one of the most skillful players he's ever met. Wow. And breaking shot's nasty. This team is full of like unsung heroes, right? This squad is literally like Piggy and Yakshin are 2 like slept on talents, right? Top 3 caliber last year and got no offers, no top team opportunities like their teammates did. So they got a fat chip on their shoulders, right? They've been doing an excellent job maintaining top 3 despite the lack of like accolades and experience compared to the other guys, you know? Piggy very good. I think Jackson slept on in a big way. Currently 15 kills to his name. We're watching Piggy on the rotate. Somehow denying Frosty in the 1v1. Flash shot. Cleaned up. Huge double. That was huge out of Acid too, right? Acid from behind it. Tagged last shot, making it a little bit more achievable for Piggy. He'll slip out with the camo here at 207. We're cooking now, chat. We're cooking. 210 and counting with camo control. Acid if he doesn't fumble this immediately. Not to cast or curse him. He's overwhelmed. Jump over it. Nicely done. Takes to the sky. They'll reset the hill. But we could see a lead flip if they keep this up. Acid is not exactly new, but he's a young gun from Mexico. And he just hasn't had the opportunity to show what he's capable of. Kind of like tapping buttons back in Halo 5. You know, he could be that next up Mexico talent. That's a big denial from Frosty. Frosty with a bank nade, going to give him access to this hill. Breaking shot trying to deny it. Jackson watching as well. Jackson with a beautifully placed sticky. World 2 going to win his fight for access to C here. And he's the only saving grace as they do tie the game at 232 all. Little lead flip, maybe. SR with BC here. Piggy and team trying to force a C push to save this. World 2 from the back of the silo, though. They forgot about him. Jackson maybe a little bit late to the exchange. Breaking shot here with support, but at 245 and an A cap, they might be in big trouble. They're going to trip cap on him. They have to get the hill. They got stuck back C, right? Maybe they full committed. It's hard to see the full map, right? They sent like 3 people over to C in a staggered push, and Royal 2 getting that trade. And then the damage from, I think, Frosty kept them off the hill and delayed them. SR coming out with a late clutch. Every game has been tippable, right? Competitive. Did a really good job of bringing it down to the wire, but just not going to come out with a dub. Some good Halo. Shurion's not good enough? All right, Quagmire, all right. You really are evil, huh, bro? I ain't saying it like it is. SR is going to really dominate when they eventually go back to PC. Recently went Xbox to PC. The difference is staggering. Yeah. Everybody on the same platform, though, at least, right? So mechanically, teams will be even, but teams with better chem, just smarter, are going to thrive on Xbox. Piggy, again, having some issues. Pretty much teaming with Cloud9. No, he's teaming with SSG. Yeah, Cloud9, I guess, right? Like the late version of Cloud9, and then which eventually became SSG. More known for their 2024 performance with SSG. PC isn't very powerful, so really much. Yeah. Yo, uh-oh. What do we got? Hold your breath, chat. Let me open up Last Shot stream and see what's going on.
If I said how to become a pro console gamer for life, I'm not trying to troll you. Well, with the ever-developing state of technology, consoles are going to be obsolete soon. So, yeah, you probably won't need that. You just go ahead and search.
I would not invest in a console. What Last Shot said. I don't see the value in it, but, unless you're planning on just casually gaming in your bed.
Like,
even then, you could just.
I swear the movement looks so slow, bro. It looks so like body. I don't know.
It does, yeah. Everything's slower, seeming like kind of like slow motion, floaty on Xbox.
Nah, you actually can. I literally sprint, slid off, like, and then like did something, and then right, it literally just like it felt.
I think Sirion is cracked enough to play like Legend, but my concern with him is the lack of experience at the highest level and the sort of mentality. Yeah. I feel like Legend had like an in-game smarts to him, like coming off of the best Strongholds team in the league when he joined SSG. He brought like this level of experience and intellect to the roster, and I'm not sure if Sirion has that behind him to, you know what I mean? Like that's I think the tricky part. Like keep in mind the quadrant where they lost like no Strongholds games the entire year until like the very end when they showed like a little bit of inconsistency or whatever. But they had that shit dialed. Like there was a process that team had that accelerated them to top 3. That Legend was a core part of that he then brought to SSG. His OBJ efficiency, I think he set the standard for as well. So it's like those areas I'm worried will be hard to follow up on, especially when you're surrounded with teammates like Stellar, Bound, who are like heavy hitters already. Being objective efficient like Legend is a big help.
Companies to look at. Razer, obviously, I've been using it for 3 years now.
The new Steam machine, no idea.
2.5, so I think it's super good.
Was Legend not green like Sirion? Well, maybe, right? But Legend wasn't at the start of his career when he joined the GOATs, right? Like, Legend earned that spot through achievement in Europe, standing out as a top player in the region and placing top 3, I think, multiple times throughout 2022 and 23, right? Before he got picked up. So he was like a top up-and-coming talent in the end of Halo 5 and playing in online tournaments, and then carried that over to European rosters. And it wasn't till like he was playing against those guys on LAN where, you know, Bound and his teammates, having played against him, were like, oh shit, this guy's like actually nasty. We got to get him on our team, right? And then I think Sirion's circumstance is a little bit different, but doesn't mean he can't step up, you know? Like, we're just going to have to see. Someone tell me why I'm an observer. I finessed, bro. I'm an observer to give you guys any sort of like high quality Halo content I possibly can. That's why. I asked the pros. They were okay with it. Sometimes I send some gifted subs. And then you guys get like a proper full experience. We can go to any POV, but there's no reason to go anywhere but last shot as he runs a perfect flag off the open. Cycle with 3, right? With multiple. What is happening? Last shot did absolutely nothing but beeline for flag and cap it. Cycle's been causing chaos with 4 off the open. Frosty with the rockets. Rel 2 with a sniper in the back of sword here as well. We can see what he contributes. And last shot literally had to do nothing but beeline for the flag. We're tabbed for LS stream 2. That's good to hear, Barbosa. Thank you, man. I can switch POV. Yes, I can go anywhere we want. But I try to stay on board with the players that have the important weapons. Last shot's been running back-to-back flags in the meantime. You know, treat it like a proper commentator. Here with the pitch as well to support him. Rel 2 has a super patient approach to pit, and he can afford to have that with the way his team likes to play. He's generally behind the team, generally with a very high KDA as well, as he takes his high probability fights from the inside of sword and good positioning, with his teammates making the risky plays out front. Flash had no question. Yeah, I mean, the way that he opened up that map, insanity. R2, yeah, he does tend to spend a lot of time on sword side anchoring because it's effective, right? It doesn't block the tower spawn. He can keep him contained in tower. And his team does the dirty work of like pressing forward, getting the runs out through the long haul, breaking shot with a counter of his own. Cycle here to cut it off. Dead to rights. Gonna leave that flag behind in the meantime and focus on numbers before they play for that return. That's a big shutdown. Piggy and Jackson gonna come out with some defense. Can they keep the flag alive? Well, insta-explode inbound. Yak double lifting with Piggy. Not a bad idea. Try to limit the opportunity to get cleaned up. It's looking like they're all gonna get slaughtered though.
Captured your flag.
They won the game already? How many minutes, chat? Last shot with 2 back-to-back flags. The second one was off screen, right? We couldn't follow that second one.
Good fucking comms, bro.
And then forced the third in with a bit of a war. But, I mean, holy shit.
Good fucking work.
Gameplay looks muddy. Well, part of the reason why is because I'm watching an observer. But here, I'm going to try locking at 60, and then you guys tell me if it looks better on your end. I'll try 60 FPS locked. I don't know why. Sometimes that helps. Because it won't make a difference because I'm running a 60 FPS stream, but... Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I was not expecting the game to be that quick, bro. How many times did Shopify die that game? Really quickly, I can try to check it for you. Scoreboard. Bro, did you see it? That's my bad. You know what? Okay, we're going to make a habit of a stat check real quick. I keep forgetting to do that. 5-0 is the scrim score, chat. Yeah, we got the flexibility to look at statistics as well, which is something we don't normally have access to. I've been forgetting. But to grab some water before the game started. It's already over? I know. It's insane, bro. We're waiting on an oddball here. 5 total kills? Did anybody not die?
Incoming.
They're saying a 5 total deaths on the side of Shopify in that game. Back to last shot off the open here. As they carry the momentum for Game 6. Frosty with breaking shot for the first kill. Shot lining up some long-range bank nades to keep Yak off the left side here. He's doing a good job of micromanaging the angles, right? He knows that guy's coming back with the reach out. But he can keep mid-map busy here. Piggy found an opportunity to scoop that ball out from top mid. It's a good looks out of him. Jackson in a bit of a 1v1 fight with Jackson, and then breaking shot eventually denies it. Good patience out of Yak, and a heads-up play out of Piggy to scoop the ball up and get some early time. 3 for breaking shot off the drop down. Teammate spawns nearby, so he's got the snipe for free. Repulse back pocket. This is good looks off the open. All created by Piggy with that immediate ball pull. 2-2-1 on the desk. One guy didn't die. Crazy Rebel. Thank you. Breaking shot of the G slide out. Not going to keep the snipe alive. And immediately they go 4 dead, bro. That's the issue, right? Is going insta 4 dead like that. Last thing you want as a team. It makes the game so much easier for Shopify. Thankfully, only 2 of them are alive, I guess, for their opponents. So they can't take full map control in the way they want to. It makes it easy to predict spawns. Cycle just holding down the angle top mid, looking for a bank on Yak. Get double hit out by Piggy and Acid. They're both weak. Oh, that was sick. Little slide repulse. Cuts himself away from that nade and stays alive a little longer with 2 bullets. 2 dead here as well. SR keeping him busy. Sees Yak. He'll spawn the team likely in blue. As they put pressure, they're going to flip him to C behind Cycle. That's something he's got to mitigate. Looks like he'll get denied regardless. World 2's got the cleanup. Frosty involved for Acid in the 1v1. Acid turns him around. Hold on a second. And breaking shot finding timing to scoop up the ball. So the efficiency right now, despite the fact that they're... I mean, I guess it's somewhat even in slays. Usubeni doing a good job just finding opportunities to pull ball off the open. New intel. R2 is on M&K. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think you're trolling me. There's no reason why he'd be on M&K. Piggy POV currently 7-2 off the open, but doing good things. Until I cursed him. Frosty didn't die. Acid Goose. That's crazy, yeah. Whole team getting shut down here. Less than 30 seconds for Sniper. Ball at least in the open of ice. SR a little bit busy slaying spawners. Can he clean up that one shot, right? Looking for him. Denied by Frosty's nade. Bit awkward. Frosty leaving a bank nade behind for a reach out. Cleans up Royal 2 instead. Gonna get 2v1 now. Sat on by Piggy from up above. Piggy looking for 2. Acid with the cleanup. Ball control. QT control. Sniper was collected by a member of the lobby. I'm not sure who. And it might be somebody on SR. It might still be... Oh, still there. Still there. Both teams are on Xbox. Breaking shot is on a gimped PC. He locked his frames. And he's on 250 hertz pulling on his PC. So everybody except breaking shot is on Xbox. Frosty with the snipe here. There's one. Seeing those pop-off snipe plays don't come quite as often with these Xbox POVs as the pros do get accustomed to playing on Xbox, right? So it's, I feel like even harder to pull off a nasty sniper overkill, you know? Piggy might do exactly that. There's the first face. 14-3, by the way. Mr. Piggy. Somehow dominating in this lobby with 61. He's angry now. Jackson overlooking him here. What can we do to bait the ball? Those nades. World 2 might have the ball reset before he touched it. Piggy not coming out with anything. World 2 going to scoop up the snipe. That ball reset might be in the favor of Usubeni, though, with the shroud and that delete. I think they'll very quickly pick it back up. Frosty in the spawn here, too. Notice how he split one to tower by pushing this. Force them in the middle of a setup. Meaning Last Shot and Frosty have the cut up from behind. They both die. We have a tournament. We got a tournament coming up on Xbox at DreamHack. Down, what's up, brother? Welcome, man. Good to see you grinding, by the way. Honestly, feel like the Halo season is better with you in it, man. So, you know, not to just immediately like, gas you, but I think we need some, you know, the more talent we can get, the better. Yeah. Chat wants you to stream too, but I'm not gonna. No pressure, chat. No pressure. I know. We need a command. We need a command. If there's a mod in the chat that can make some commands about who's on PC, who's on Xbox, all the frequently asked questions, you know? Make it easier for us. Last Shot busy with the ball. Let's watch somebody in the fight. Okay, back to Acid. 9-8. Piggy's still 15 and 7 on the attack here too. Hold on. Scooping up Frosty for 16. Looking for last shot for 17. Can we find it with nades? Sticky whiffs. Bro, Piggy is final all of a sudden. Don't think I'm ever going to stream again. Bro. I think, Chad, I think we might have to wait for the next Halo to come out. You know what? I think we might have to wait for the next Halo. What's the incentive, right? What's the incentive? Usubeni is on Xbox. Yeah, Usubeni is also on Xbox, chat. They're contesting 3/4 of the roster on Xbox. And if you're not streaming, you just gotta let me in the lobby, man. That's it. You don't have to stream. That's fine. But I'd like to watch the game if possible. I'm too lazy to set it up. Ah, I see. Bro, I have a dual PC as well, but just the single PC hasn't been bad. Like depending on how good you're. I mean, but you are missing an opportunity if you got the two PCs. Like I've been lazy too. I have my old PC just sitting here not connected. We're gonna win the round. Good looks, man. Piggy a clear standout. Not just in slays. Piggy did excellent work in that round, pulling the oddball off the open strat. Yeah, I think introducing a second PC means 2 keyboards and mice. And there's so many freaking layers to like the audio, the everything, you know? It's like I don't want to, it sounds like a headache. Just so I can get like what, slightly better performance and low latency? Agent, I'm doing good, brother. Finish Resident Evil, how's that, man? 4.5k, hell yeah. Oh, Piggy. Bit of a tightrope act on the outside of red window, right? Doing what he can to stay up. Some scrappy trades in the favor of SR. It's Yak with the snipe. Roll 2 snaps across the map here. Somehow Yak still finds him, cleans him up. That snipe going to be a hot potato here. Who can grab it? Breaking shot close to it right now. Getting denied by Cycle. Trying to find an opportunity. You've been reborn. Labubu. How we doing? No more collect. Wait, what do you mean? You tell me you collect? Labubu? I doubt it.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Ooh, that was kind of slick. Still dies, right? But breaking shot with like a walk forward crouch to dodge the nade damage. Give himself timing for one more shot here. Acid with the cutoff though. Scoop that snipe up. Try to use what's left of it. Last shot effortlessly fives the man. Back and forth we go here. You fear if you hook up your Xbox to Scrim this game, you'll accidentally end up on a superior version of Halo Release 11. Yeah. And then you just freaking hate life, right? Because then you're just comparing Infinite to Halo 5, and that's just a slippery slope nobody wants to go down, you know? It's right there. It's gonna be right on your home screen, right? All you gotta do is push 2 buttons. You're right back on the toy, you know?
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
There's no comparison. Oh my god. I don't know. One thing I'll say about Infinite is it's fun to watch. You know, it might not be as good of a competitive experience for the pros, but it is fun to watch this game.
Enemy has the ball.
With the chaos, the updates to the game types, the equipment, you know? But Halo 5 is just peak as a player, you know? Last shot gonna keep him occupied. Got the QT for some flexibility here too. Both of them weak. Last shot just finding the angle. Little scrappy ball rotate in the meantime here too. Can we chow this? QT chow it in the ice because the Maniac? Yeah. Roll 2's got that perimeter though. He should be okay. Cycle 5ing through center map. He'll back up. Back to last shot. Much different looking round of ball from Shopify, right? With a hold on it throughout the round. And Usubeni just playing from the back foot constantly. Action a little bit busy. Killing spree. Denies acid. Ducks the shot. Gets the cleanup, right? Looking for sniper too. This is about to be a sequence.
Enemy has the ball.
Hold your freaking breath.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Me and JW talked about making an appearance. Wait, what? In what? In what? Holy shit! Through the legs? In the face? What was that? Finds Yak. He can't clean it up. Frost or Roto take it. He shot him through the freaking...
Enemy has the ball.
Like, threw his ass out his head. He's on a frenzy. Oh, LVT, Halo 5 2v. Oh, that would have been sick. That would have been so sick, man. Wow, last shot on fire. 26 and 12. Went freaking Blicko. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that was. He just, like, I don't know. He blacked out, bro.
Incoming.
He just blacked out. Yeah, the way that last shot plays on Xbox makes me think there's, like, no advantage. Because he makes it look like a PC with some practice, you know? Like, the latency is obviously there. But the more time you spend on the same thing, the more you dial in with it, the less it starts to feel like you're wearing the ankle weights, you know what I mean? And I mean, we played Halo 5 at 60 FPS on Xbox for years. So it's being nasty on this stuff is achievable. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Now with Sniper in the meantime, Acid trying to do something fancy of his own. That's right, Vinny, that's right. Fine. Found Frosty's face, right? Keeping last shot occupied here, playing it safe. He's got one thrust in the back pocket, 5 bullets, team with the ball. Last shot with the rotate through ice, but he's solo for that. Shopify are kind of staggered in their timing, unless Wyatt does something crazy. Should be a lot of ball time here for Usubeni. Again, Acid looking for blue spawners. Anybody that takes the left side on the chow, he's got that covered. And Shopify aware of it, now looking for him specifically, right? Royal 2 taking his... Oh, this is so sneaky. A classic Royal 2 play. He's going to swoop in last second and pull off a back smack. Yeah. Royal 2, bro. They identify his location, and then he lets Frosty bait the opening, right? And then goes for the confirmed kill with the final bullet. That's one thing with the snipe, too, is, like, you kind of want to shift your location somehow if you can. And keep popping up in different areas so that you don't get surprised in the way that he just did. Royal 2 making that shot count, by the way. That was Acid, whose face he found. Into the nade? Okay, dodges it somehow. Back in the blender they go. Cycle got him busy top mid. Royal 2 going to scoop up the ball. Last shot out front causing chaos. It's going to be his 1v1 and a back out with Cycle watching. So just bait and switch city right now in center map. And a lead flip inbound. The repulse doesn't get the kill. Would have been nasty. Cycle download looking for the cleanup. He's in a 2v1 now. Somehow denying it. Yaxon. Acid on the attack here.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Struggling on the Xbox for like the first 5 hours he was on it, and then back to his normal self. Pretty much, right? Good 1v1 from Frosty. To Frosty and last shot to play some defense on this. They still don't have the lead despite the little ball control we saw. But it's looking like inevitable that they get there.
Enemy has the ball.
It's going to be Royal 2 to open the play. Or I guess Cycle right from behind. Crossing from behind, Royal 2 with the cleanup. Just constantly working off each other's angles. Last shot alone, though. 3-shot beatdown, little walk down guarantee. That's the best he could hope for.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
And then Usubeni trying to bring the ball to a safer vantage where the team is spawning. Appreciate it, Eli. Thank you.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Ooh, breaking shot might have that. Not quite. Back to Acid. Does he take the gamble? Plays it forward. He's solo for that. Last shot finding timing to scoop up the ball. And no opening for the man, right? Last shot so quick to get out. He turns that into a bait. Team's not together in blue. Piggy might be... Oh, he killed Yak through his teammate? What the hell? They're all diving at this, though. Huge kill from Piggy. Piggy for 2. Was 3 dead right there? Snipe, was he collected by Cycle? Cycle has Snipe. Somehow this guy pulls Snipe as the last survivor. Usubeni put all their resources on making sure that that gets picked up. Royal 2, I think, is closest to it now. Frosty on the attack here, too, in blue. He goes back for Sniper. My bad, guys. I know we're everywhere. Trying to make sure we don't miss an opportunity here.
Enemy has the ball.
Here we go. Who dares to chow?
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Does Royal 2 never sleep? I know, he stays up late. He probably wakes up late, bro.
Ball dropped.
He wakes up in the middle of the day. That's a big kill from Acid. Shut down on the chow here. I think Yak picked up the snipe. Doesn't have it. Yeah, Acid has it. 51-50 in the third round. I mean, every game is close, man. No reach out of World 2. 23-14, 26 for Acid here. He padded the stats. Not quite. 3-shot beatdown, but the whole team dies. Yaxon's going to be forced to play. Anytime he can grab before that happens is ideal. He might play it out mid. Oh, caught by Cycle. What the hell? Cycle with a repulse, rotate in front of Yaxon. Catches the ball. Catches him off guard, too. And now they can keep him busy. That's a perfect little retrieval, right? No wasted time to secure the setup. Completely denies Yaxon. And then Last Shot doing his job on the opposite side of the map. Keep them busy. Insane. Yeah, what a cutoff. And now Cycle can be the one to play. Yaxon trying to create the same scenario, but they get the right play out, right? So now 4 up here. Usubeni looking for timing to pull the ball. Breaking shot farthest forward, supported by Acid. Acid going to help shoot their way out the exchange. New snipe spawning here in less than 10 seconds. Yaxon is nearest. He's going to get team crossed. Let's go, Vinny. My God. Much love, man. Thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Get some damn good Halo. Gotta get some damn good Halo in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the way the series is going. Moving on, won't keep up. They never scrim. Descendant said he's trying to find one for tomorrow, and they have one on Friday. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a freaking war, chat. What is happening? Breaking shot busy with a fight of his own separately. Keep a one-shot Royal 2 busy. Sniper available now as well. Should see some ball time for Usubeni. Yaxon in a war of his own. Acid off a spawn behind that. Acid looking for the cleanup of the spawners. Frosty split tower. This is awkward for Acid now. The moves almost denied. Acid in a freaking dicey scenario. Breaking shot down low. Acid's going to get pinched from C. He's going to die to C. Yeah, this is just a chain of spawns, right? They're too busy fighting in blue, so it's forcing spawns out across the map. And it's literal chaos with the sniper just one, like, tantalizing variable here, right? Any trades they can get for access to snipe could seal out the game. And it looks like Cycle will be the one to do it. Frosty with the collection. Piggy with an angle. Can he deny him? He does with the help of Breaking Shot. There goes a face. One final minute. 88 on the board here for Usubeni. Finds a body on Yak. We'll swap the Bandit. Immediate cleanup. And now Royal 2 with a safe ball rotate. Cycle doing his thing. 25% and then some. His team's got that covered in blue, even though Acid wins that fight. Acid with a saving grace here, right? Yeah, Acid's still holding onto his life somehow in the back of blue. Cycle with a lineup. 94. Late chow from Acid Piggy. They overwhelm Cycle. No trade. Huge, bro. Absolutely huge. Acid somehow won a huge fight with Frosty. He won, or he stayed alive inside of A, hiding in the back of blue until Piggy wrapped in and secured a team fight. Breaking shot here for the ball pickup. Back to red he goes. He's not safe. Cuts the angle. Yak's in here with a support. It's pure freaking insanity. At 91, he gets dropped. Yak with last shot. 3v2. Numbers advantage. Piggy's watching it. Oh, my God. 1v1 on Cycle. Holy shit, it's chaotic. Triple kill for Acid. And we miss a God play. And that might be enough to win it. They're not safe yet. 96, a ball rotated. No, he can stay here. Final 2 seconds. 194. Usubeni in pure freaking chaos. Somehow clutch it up. Is that what Cycle said? I'm ass with the sniper. I think Acid was probably the saving grace at the end of that, man. I didn't see the triple that he pulled off, but that 1v1 with Frosty and then waiting inside blue as long as he did for Piggy to come wrap and double Cycle, right? They like bait and switched on Cycle and he couldn't get a trade. That freaking saved the game right there to get rid of Sniper. Acid is filthy. We'll take a look at the stats real quick here, chat. Yeah, Acid coming out with 28, 32, and 18. 32 for Yaxon. 38 for Piggy, who had a beautiful round 1, right? Piggy definitely opened things up. Top Slayer on the team. Last shot coming out with 40, though. 40 bomb for Wyatt. 65 accuracy on the box. Piggy was 62. 63 for Acid, right behind him in second place. Over 11k, nearly 12k damage for Piggy, but last shot, again, bro. In the damage department, this guy can't be beat, right? Nearly 13,000 damage at a last shot, always finding a way to separate himself with over a minute of ball time. 1 minute 40 for breaking shot. Bit of an unsung hero here. Frosty with nearly 2 minutes. 2 minutes of ball time, working the OBJ for the team. Right? So they're not really a weak link on either side of the lobby in that game. Just good chaotic Halo. Spartan armor's out of control. What am I missing? 5-1 is the scrim score, chat. If you're just hopping in,
Halo right there.
Rarky with 5.
Halo. My God.
You could say that again. Rarky, long time go with the 5 gifted. Love to see you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Welcome, guys. 6 side. T-Sack. Jonah. Freshman. Avoidant Leagues. Welcome, welcome. Rarky, how you doing, man? Big W. W Rarky. There's some damn good Halo in the chat. Rarky's gifted nearly 700. Chat, we've been flirting with 1,000 for 2 days, and we keep losing them as we're gaining it, so it's tough. Because I swear we were over 80, and now we're back below 980. I don't know what to do. Can't seem to find a way to seal out and maintain 1,000. Shit has to be a grind. Oh, my holy shit, Wyatt. Okay.
Enemy team.
Wake up, chat. Game 7. Shopify, they lost their first game of the scrim. They're taking this, it's all business now, right? Last shot making sure he opens up strong with an immediate triple kill and a 4 dead off the rip. Shock now available. Frosty here to join the fight with that grapple rotate. Last shot. Love the tracking and movement. Holy shit. The reaction and the consistency, right? Like, Jackson thought he could thrust. And before he even finished moving, his face was gone. Like, that tracking was insane on the thrust. Barky, let's go, brother. Join the damn good Halo. And he's on the box, yeah. You have to very quickly, like, identify that he has the thrust, right? There's a trail line on the back pocket, so you know he's holding it, he's going to use it. And then read that before it happens and react and track him, you know? The last shot making it look so much easier than it is to pull that off. Absolute denial. Good shots at Acid, though. Acid going to find his way into a 5, get cleaned up on the way out here. Shopify back in an advantage state. Unless Breaking Shot can say something about it. Jackson might have that cleaned up. Trying to just isolate one, but he can't do it. Now Last Shot's got him busy. Last Shot jumps over his head. Yeah, Cycle's still in the staircase here. Good use of the ledge. Still gets cleaned up by Cycle. Kind of whiffs it, right? Those ledges you can jump off, you can G-slide off them. Some good finesse opportunities if you take advantage. More with Cycle here. Last survivor, Breaking Shot. He seems to know he's there. Denied the man at the staircase. Little blind fire through the shroud. He's dead. What? They cross each other up? I don't know what's happening. Breaking Shot and Piggy come out with it. What in the hell? Should be a bait and switch here for Frosty. He's missing his movement. Not looking ideal for Breaking Shot with the movement. I'm not going to lie. He had an opportunity to kill Frosty. Kind of whiffed it. Now it's up to Piggy. Some of these hills can be very tricky. This one is super exposed. So you just have to be very coordinated with how you play with the team to, you know, make it worthwhile to sit in that open space. Last shot. Looking for a 2v1 in the meantime. Does come out with 2 kills, leaving the equipment behind for Frosty with the grapple here. Spawns open on the right-hand side. Shock is up here too. Frosty might try to convert into a grapple, or sorry, a shock collection. He's taken out the sky here by Piggy and team. Sorry, Chad, sorry. Trying to find Piggy. Breaking Shot down low. Royal 2 on top of shock. SR gonna run away with the whole year. They definitely could. They definitely could, man. It's just the question is whether or not these teams can catch up in time before the events wrap, you know? And if the talent on the teams is enough to stand up to Shopify. We got some interesting teams. Game feels like crap on Xbox. You got a Series X and PC. Yeah. It does. It feels kind of like slow-mo, but you look at Royal 2, like a little bit of time getting accustomed to it, and it doesn't even look like they're on the Xbox anymore, right? Might as well be on a high-powered PC with the aim consistency. There goes another face, right? Absolutely cooking, bro. World 2 can't be denied. Doesn't matter where you put him. 7 and 4. Near perfect use of shock so far. The patience, too, on the rotates. Gonna whiff on acid a little bit, but last shot has to clean up. They go from 2 hills, and they're already controlling spawns on the 3rd. Literally no breathing room for these guys. Shroud down for coverage. Jackson alone, trapped in the perimeter. Frosty cleans it up. World 2 over to hill, and it's right back to the spawners. Last shot is already flanking spawners on right side. While he kills Piggy, he's going to split them behind him. Going to turn and address this, right? Spawners, I guess it's... Okay, cycle's there. 2. See, that wasn't really the greatest third person. We got to figure out a way to do it. 17 and 6, by the way. Any idea why they went with Breaking Shot over Drift? I'm not sure. Breaking Shot has more... like a more extensive background in Halo, for sure. Played on Complexity last year, like multiple pro rosters. Has been an individual standout on those teams before as well, so I think Breaking Shot is a higher tier selection, in my opinion. Just off achievement alone. Speaking of the devil, right? That footwork right there in the 1v1. Not that it matters. They're down 3-0. It's been a last shot masterclass. They lost a game, and that last shot just freaking activated. It's a blender. Yeah, it's a blender right now. It low-key is. Cycle should be dead from behind here. Frosty near to pick up the scraps, or at least that grapple off the floor. He's got a thruster, too. Shooting stray nades on the ground just in case. Last shot, he's waiting for him to flank, right? Last shot's coming down low here. As Frosty times his chow with last shot's pinch, so that they at least come out with trades, right? Everything is very intentionally timed. 4 dead. Already running down the spawns. That's World 2. Wait, no. Cycle with a shock. Rarky again.
Just damn good Halo.
My God. Love to see it. Damn good Halo, brother. Showmeister, welcome. 980. We're 20 off. 20 off of a K. Love to see it. 11 and 4 for Cycle with shot control. This game feels done and dusted. No freaking hope. Somehow lives. Beat down into the corner he goes, and then they swarm him. Last shot in his own war in a separate part of the map here. Hit this? Oh, would have been nasty. World 2 here to pick it up, though. Frosty World 2 going to swarm him. Last shot already on top of the spawns as well. He spent majority of this game outside the hill. I'm pretty sure just on spawners. There's World 2 cooking in the meantime. Doing his thing to stay alive as the last survivor. And his team now spawning, have access to it. Marky is such a go, 100%. Yeah, seeing Snipe Down playing is interesting, right? That's a little bit different. How's he doing views-wise? He getting a lot of views?
Enemy about to score.
We actually have a spawn flip in the favor of Usubeni. Unless last shot denies it in seconds. That's 3 for 2 shots right there, right? Piggy forced it back down with a shot disadvantage. Good nade. Team's there to clean him up, though. And it's an execution for last shot. Still got a thrust to work with. Kind of a slick chow. Uses it early. Frosty here for the scraps. Trying to track Acid. Not that easy, right? Acid with a 5 with the thrust. Cleaned up by Cycle. Piggy on the pinch. Can they finally get 1 hill, right? A minute 20. The most I think they can hope for is 1 hill. It might be possible. Especially with... Oh no, Breaking Shot died on the left. World 2 cleans up Yak as well. But out down numbers. Sticky connects. Hold on. Acid supporting Piggy. Piggy will die in the corner. It's up to Acid to make a hero play, and he can't do it. Cycle with 2. Cycle with 3. Oh, not quite. Sorry, Trey. Let's go, man. Thank you. On the YouTube. Yeah, get that hype train going, baby. 100%. Final hill.
Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Jagger, welcome, man. And thanks, Sartre lives. It's on the YouTube is a separate hype train, but it's good to get any kind of hype, man. You're GOAT. Thank you. Kind of a crazy close to that game. They almost got a hill. Not quite gonna find it. Where is Drift? Good question, man. I don't know. He's on a different. He's on the Akave team or whatever, right? SR. All players are on Xbox except Breaking Shot. We've been saying this a lot today. Breaking Shot is on like kind of a scuffed PC setup to try to make it more competitive. Why do I look bigger? I don't know, Sam. We're working out. What? What do you mean? Like more zoomed in? Are you okay with that? Or did I eat too much? I'm actually starving, bro. I gotta eat some. Bro, that's a real question. I saw a tweet from obviously the other day that kind of like made me kind of sad.
Strongholds.
Obviously tweeted this. Right? It's just like, you know, reminiscent about the C9 roster that he was on, maybe? Right? I saw that. I was like, oh, where is this man, right? Put him on a team. Yeah, do we have mods in the chat? Rarky's a mod. I just don't know if he typically... He's not typically one to do the actual updates. We got Last Shot coming up with Snipe off the open. Strongholds, live fire. Back to it. Make me a mod. It'll be all right. I don't know. We gotta get the right chatters in here who have shown a consistent support that have mod experience. Is Acid better than Syria? No freaking idea. Acid's nasty. Is anybody better than Last Shot? How about that? 3. Oh, somehow not killing Piggy. Bro comes in like a wrecking ball, right? Like just dead. Snapping on bodies. When you give him enough time to line it up, I feel like it makes it harder to hit the shot. Like I feel like he shoots better when he's just flicking, like almost mindlessly, you know? He sort of just like naturally connects with everything.
Enemy team score.
You start to think about the shot, it like kind of doesn't happen. Map is not terrible. People complaining about everything in this game. I don't think the map is terrible, but I also don't think it's like an exciting part of the rotation right now. Like I haven't watched games on it that have been like, you know, mind-blowingly hype. Like some of the standard maps. That hit? That almost hit. That was almost sick. Breaking shot with a little sticky nade repulse. Coming out with some tower control here too.
Enemy team scoring.
Looking for an AC hold. Ideally with some team support. Cycle is flanking right now. Ash has got that left-hand side. He'll be watching it, taking the 1v1 fight. Breaking shot here with the cleanup on Cycle, but he's a second late to the exchange. And Cycle gets out. Acid with some vengeance, though. Good peeks. Nasty looking shots here. Piggy's preoccupied with something else. I don't think anybody can clean up Cycle. He'll get out. The action with the live here is they trade C for A. Too much hate on Infinite? You're sick of it? I mean, some of the hate is warranted. And it's not even really on Infinite. It's just on, like, you know, the lack of support, the lack of content. The game itself is pretty loved by the core community that plays it, you know? They just didn't, the demand didn't meet the supply. That's been the constant issue. Somebody has camo. It might be Frosty, and he might have just died with it. World 2 with a repulse in back pocket. He's in a league of his own. I'm not sure who got out with that camo. We got a snipe spawning here shortly. I see Sabrine dominate in the Elite today. No. Was it crazy? I saw him on Majin Club. I saw the announcement. But that's good to hear. What was his placement? How'd he do? Action from behind Frosty. 4 dead, by the way. Spawner's just popping up now in Big Door. QT, a little bit too late. World 2 gonna come out with it. World 2 is the only one on this section of the map. Unless Acid can deal with him. H4 remake. Yeah. I don't know how he's alive. Jumping backwards into nade, somehow staying up. Somebody has a sniper. I don't know who. We gotta be locked in. Breaking shot with it. 4 bullets. Don't die. It's burning ammo just in case. Trying to make that last bullet count. Ends up getting denied before it happens. It's Royal 2 who picked up that final bullet. Trip cap here as well. They got him in the blender. Really quick rotate from Usubeni to try to break out of the spawn disadvantage to bottom mid, right? But they're denied immediately with no trades. The action and Breaking Shot are split here too. Breaking Shot somehow gets a back smack. That might slow it down a little bit. QT. Acid Piggy looking for C to stop the bleeding. It's not insurmountable, not yet. And that was Yaxin and A. Acid with the support. Cleans up his damage, he'll take B back. Oh, I don't know if I like that reaction. Piggy trying to clean up the kill. It's freaking chaotic. Breaking shot coming in from Nest, I believe, to support this, but Yaxin in trouble. Denied by last shot. Again, they just out-team play him. Split spawners go to A here to try to take A to stop the bleeding. But SR continues to maintain a numbers advantage. So they'll just keep the edge, the momentum in their favor. What's up, Luminon? Always in motion. It's good to see. You getting that with camo? Cycle got Piggy a little bit busy here. Odd Fudge. A few others that have been here lately that are worthy of a sword. Need the hammer so you can VIP Gyoki. Yeah, I wanted to give VIPs to all the notable people in chat. I just wasn't sure if that, like, would scare them off or something. I don't know. After this game, we'll figure out Broke, okay? I can try that. Jumped to 1.3 against the top 3 roster in it's an EU Elite. So it's EU only. It's good to hear, though, that he's frying, at least in his region. Speaking of frying. You only have so many VIP slots, yeah. And I feel like sometimes I see a pro in my chat that I've never seen before, and then I just go ahead and just give him VIP right away. No way, Ryan.
Oh, that is just
my God. Right. Wait, we're losing and gaining. My God. Well, at least we're staying at 980, man. Thank you, Ryan. You freaking go with the 5 gifted. Sell high, baby. Acid denying cycle. But yeah, sometimes I just immediately give a pro a VIP and then I like never see him in the chat again, you know, because I feel like I put a spotlight on him that they might not have wanted. So just let him be like a kind of a regular viewer for a little bit, and then we can give him a spot, the VIP. And we're all 2 making him work. It was close just minutes ago, but very quickly it went out of control. With just that one bout of momentum from Shopify, they stayed on top of spawners. 107 and counting here. Yaxin trying to get back some control. Breaking shot might have the cleanup on this. He's going to chase. Last shot down. What? Wyatt with the nade denial. Ryan, if I didn't already say it, you're a go for the 5 gifted, man. Thank you, Ryan. Last shot is unkillable. Finds Acid here, too. The back away to make sure he can't get beat down. Piggy scoops it up. Piggy to the hill. Scuffs to rotate a little bit. Cycle's got the cleanup. And nade doesn't kill Cycle. What? Like, Shopify are just so hard to kill, bro. That looked like a good lineup. Cycle now with full shields, diving back into it. Acid here with the team help. Good looks. Breaking shot might get scooped up on the rotate. Luckily finds the reset. He's the last survivor right now. Any sort of isolated trade he can force is big. Yaxin coming off a spawn to support him. Got to see some crazy momentum out of him. Yaxin's at the wall here. World 2 out of nowhere. He might have camo. Yeah, World 2 has camo control here. A little bit of patience at the top of Nest doesn't pay off. Cleanups here. Frosty, last survivor. He'll back off. The map control still held by Usubeni. Back to QT for some flexibility on the play. These are not Lucid rules. These are standard HCS Bandit starts. Lucid rules this weekend, by the way. He's got a tournament on Sunday, if you're wondering about that. So we'll get to see the BRs again. I mean, they're bringing the full comeback with this momentum, right? Wasn't a believer at first, but somehow this is happening. Breaking shot just roaming with QT. Acid looking for the pinch on this too. He gets out of dodge. Acid cleans up Cycle. That was big. Breaking shot ends up dying across the map. Acid left alone here. He'll die to last shot. Last shot on fire. Let's see what he does. 13, 16, and 14 for Wyatt. A lot of assists this game, but he is uncharacteristically negative. Frosty denied with the nades. Trying to finesse. Breaking shot comes out with a beatdown. Breaking shot's got the support of Acid, or at least I thought he did. Gets the beatdown again, giving Acid the easy cleanup. Those beatdowns are so crucial, right? If you know you're going to die, if you can come out with max damage, it's so much easier for your team. Good little bump there, too. Acid trusting his team to finish C. They got to finish C, though. They didn't finish it. C's not capped. Yaxin did it finally. They lost a lot of time on that.
Enemy team.
The idea is that your teammate refills and they waste no time getting the perimeter and map control. Kind of like Hardpoint and COD. They bump each other to the next hill. Breaking shot trying to keep B alive. Last shot, watch him finesse this. Watch him find a way to finesse. Frosty has a snipe. That's one way to do it. Baits for the angle. Frosty finds a face. And that might be the game. Frosty with snipe control. Triple child. Triple child. Hold on a second. Back the fuck up. But they still win it. Not quick enough to get the hill. Shopify always with some sort of like a backup plan. Always have to do extra to kill them, right? I thought last shot would finesse, but he had a different plan in mind. Just giving Frosty the angle he needed for a face. That type of team support is what really separates Shopify from the league, you know? Scoreboard, for anybody curious, relatively competitive game of Halo. Hold on. W Bay from last shot, yeah. I think it's 7-1, chat. Bored watching SR. Someone has to pose a real challenge. This is not saving Halo. There'll be other scrims between other like teams that you might enjoy. So, you know, not sure what to tell you. I hear you, man. SR are pretty freaking dominant. The games are competitive, but they always clutch up. Even on the Xbox. .62 accuracy out of last shot is just a pretty stark, like, indication of the difference in accuracy that we're seeing from him versus the PC, right? He's shooting, on average, like 70% on PC and scrims. I'm seeing him in the mid to low 60s, which is, like, not normal for last shot, right? So you've got, like, what, like an 8% accuracy disadvantage or something like that in comparison to usual with that swap over to Xbox. 5 gifted on the YouTube. No way. Zach, let's get it, bro. We got some damn good Halos coming in.
Oh, that is just good Halo.
Thank
right
you,
there.
Zach, with
That
the
is
5
just damn
gifted.
Good Halo. My God.
Elgis, Andrew Smith, Varin, Devi, Colorado, Corallo. Welcome, guys. Some new YouTube members. 7-1. 12 herb and spices?
That
What?
is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Doing what we can, man. Doing what we can. On board with World 2 off the open. He's already got them contained in the back of their base. Immediate pull out through bottom mid.
Damn good Halo. My God.
On the Hull effect instead of the TMR. Wait, so the new Razor, or the newer one, that's the 8K, is that TMR? Or is that also Hull effect? I know last shot's on the old Razor, the 1K Razor now, but he's playing on 250 hertz pulling, which is a limit for the Xbox. But I'm not even sure if the 8K Razor is a TMR controller or not. Ford that already. Frosty pulling the second flag out to the comfort of Royal 2, who's got the perimeter on pink side. This is the only scenario you're going to see a P side run. It's generally not optimal. Jess, let's go. Thank you, Jess, for the YouTube follow. Welcome. If you've got coverage on pink or any lane that you have it is where you run it. Frosty just going to seal out what's left of this with the support of last shot and cycle. On defense, can actually get a pull. Has to be a last second dive for a pull. They won't find it. Frosty going to force it in. Royal 2 still hasn't died with his anchor on the map here, so he's still causing chaos. He comes back a little bit just to keep him busy mid-map. Love that out of Royal 2. Holy shit, what a god play. Breaking shot immediately scoops it up, but Royal 2 will dive, 3-shot beat down the runner, and then turn and get a beat down on breaking shot, which is the maximum he could have done, despite the fact that they still cap it. Good looks. Last shot coming in with the cleanup here. He does get denied. Royal 2 immediately off a spawn, back through car. You want this car lane secure? Oh, no way. They didn't even see him. So busy with cycle. Royal 2 got away unscathed. Like a ghost. Good nade. Little nade G-slide on Yaxon to cut off the doorway. Cleans him up effortlessly. And Royal 2 is absolutely cooking. 8-3. Throws the flag to car 1. The pace of play is still so fast on Xbox. Right? You can tell that they just understand this game to a T. Regardless of what they're playing on the nut letting up. The camo is up right now, top mid, and I think last shot might be in a position to grab it, just denying the P-side spawners in the meantime. He's got that covered. Camo was collected, maybe by Royal 2. He has it. Royal 2 swift to get the resources while that flag is moving. Now 3-1. And the CTFs have been a speed run in this scrim, bro. 3 minutes in. Someone please save my Halo. Yeah, I know, bro. I wish. Chat, I mean, what could I do? Like, is there... What more do you think would put Halo on the map from what I could do in this scene? Like, any recommendations beyond, like, observing? Like, do I have to be just freaking unhinged? Because, like, if you have ideas, maybe we can, like, step out the comfort zone and try to tackle some things. Dab, you're a sub. Yeah, somebody came in and gifted you earlier, actually. Got a counter flag pull, by the way, from Usubeni, trying to get that flag through. And they might actually have done it. Acid coming in with the run, supported by Yaxon. Go crazy! Yeah, be like burnt peanut? Like, I don't know if that's reasonable for me. Win the lottery, put 100 million in the circuit. Yeah, okay. 100 million? Bro, 100 million in the circuit? Imagine. Need some viral clips, like outlandish takes. You're right. Then I'm going to pick up the wrong type of support, though. Any publicity is good publicity. What's a crazy outlandish take that's somehow going to get people, like, outside of Halo wanting to watch Halo? Right? Like, it'll get them engaged in the dialogue, but it won't make them want to watch Halo Esports. Pull the trigger on running tournament. Yeah. Breaking cock? Whoa, whoa, Dav. You call him breaking cock? Jesus. The size of his heart. The diameter of his heart. Circumference. How about that? Last shot behind enemy lines. The entirety of Usubeni focused on the flag right now. Last shot finding timing off 3 dead. To scoop this. Camo up here as well. Acid with a double dilemma. He's got to defend the flag, keep last shot away, and somehow play for that camo. They might not be able to. Shopify clapping buns. Thank you for the follow, bro. Incredible. Creative username you got there. My shot get denied in the base in the meantime. Now Acid, the last survivor. Looking like a flag cap, chat. Some solid accuracy. He'll slow it down. But what the hell are they going to do? Breaking shot is pinging the hell out of something. I'm pretty sure Shopify have camo control. And that flag. The thing that doesn't help the comp Halo scene is a lack of comp gameplay. Back in the day. Oh my god! Roll 2, I didn't quite get to see it. He just got beat down, jumped over, what, Acid's head and ninja'd him? What was that? Video of me breaking into 343, going on strike? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely heinous. A Rachel Shy stream. I haven't seen Miss Lakar in the Halo community in a couple months, to be honest. Or at least a month. I'm not sure what she's up to. Usubeni doing everything they can just to counter. And honestly doing a solid job of it. No! Oh my god, it's the worst case scenario. Acid somehow, but at least he turned and threw it back in the window. Cycle now to scoop everybody up. Acid G-slides the flag for the touch, for the cap, and misses, and then they counter on them. Cycle looking for spawners. That flag was moving. He'll die to Yak here. Frosty's got the flag in the end zone. Breaking shot overextended. Got a pull of his own. Despite the chaos, they might be able to keep it alive. They still got 5 minutes. No freaking way. Last shot with the last second save. And Cycle on the return. That's game. Cycle, unless Acid nades him. Acid touches it. This is insanity. Acid going to try to bait and switch here with the teammate behind it. World 2 cleans it up. He's back in the re. Breaking shot, diving in to save it. Can he do it? World 2 diving in front with the beatdown. 4 dead in the flag. What is happening? TMR is a 10% increase in accuracy over Hall effect? Is it? Or just like the accuracy of the stick, but not the player using the stick? Yeah, that's good as she's coaching. Holy shit, what a game. Getting overstimulated trying to read the chat, follow the gameplay at the same time. Acid missing the cap right there with the G slide. He literally had it. 14-8 for Cycle, 16-13, 5 for last shot, 18-9. Royal 2 had a hell of a game. Coming out with a 60 accuracy as well. The damage department World 2 has the most on the board. Definitely in the right place, the right time, majority of that game. Ape together strong, yeah. That's one way to do it. Playing some very fast Halo. I think that opening life from World 2 was so impactful. How long he stayed alive. And how much he did when he was last alive to cut the flag off. Thoughts on 343 taking a bunch out of arena and not adding anything? It sucks, man. Yeah, that's an L. I think the stuff that they took out, like 90% of it was good. I don't like Sanctuary. I'm glad that's gone. I don't care for Aqua Slayer. They can take it out. That's fine. But the big L, I think, is what's it called? Forbidden being taken out and not adding anything to the playlist. That definitely sucks. I think the concern with adding stuff is that they run into criticism from the community, and then they don't have the flexibility to change shit. It's like, let's say they add like Streets Strongholds and everybody hates it for some reason, then they won't be able to change it for like months. So that's like the only defense I have for them. But like, I don't know. It just sucks. Like, I'd like to see something new. Forbidden CTF is out. Aqua Slayer is out. Aqua Bomb is out. Only Aqua CTF is in rotation out of the Aqua maps, right? And then Sanctuary CTF is out as well. Oh, got Ninja, then couldn't clutch up. He's tilted? Yeah, maybe. So much time hunt down SR continues to fly through the map. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no matter, it's human v human in the end of the day, right? So there's like the strategy component of Halo is extremely important. And the way you work with your team will make the game easier, will generally lead to a win. But like, there's also just the individual talent component where sometimes players will just get away with shit they have no business getting away with. Speaking of the devil, right? Acid living in a 2v1, looking for Frosty as well. Not going to find it. Right? And Shopify are really good at, even if their backs are against the wall, just like absolutely finessing individually. So they have the strategy component, and then they're just brutal to kill.
Ball incoming.
You have to have the talent and the strategy at the same time. Can't just have all the ability points in one category. Bring back everything and then just add a veto button. All the maps? That would be kind of cool. I don't know about all of them, but like, I actually think that would be pretty solid. Leave it up to player choice. What will end up happening is certain maps will like never get selected. Right? It's like Sanctuary would never get selected. And I guess that would be an indication to the developers like what should stay and what should go. And then they refine from there, you know? So yeah, doesn't COD have a veto system? COD Ranked, I think, has vetoes. And then anything that doesn't get selected is like a good message to the developers on what is appreciated and what isn't.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
This is the way.
Yeah. Scary man. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, brothers. This is the way. Appreciate it. I'm bored with Yak here with camo control, and World 2 identifies him in an instant. Piggy trying to keep him alive, though, right? Piggy with the save. I think he's getting grappled at right now. Ashley coming out with 2. All that team play just to support him, and then he dies, right? Immediately 2v1. Frosty last shot hit on tower. Wyatt pulls out, not quite a triple, breaking shot. Last second denial. Cycle's a survivor here in C behind breaking shot as they try to keep the ball alive back C. Cycle actually forced to play. We need to make sure that we're watching the ball exchange, right? I feel like that's got to be a priority in the moment of the play. Some good work at a breaking shot here, though.
Enemy has the ball.
Rainbow Six pick ban system? Yeah, maybe. I think vetoing is a solid idea.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
And the devs can use that as a source of data.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Jeez, last shot with the peak's gonna come out with a fight. Ball control and tower. In the meantime, Piggy has it. Wyatt just looking to push it out. We'll see how the exchange goes as he rotates directly into him. Jackson pinches this, though. Yak might be able to grab the ball. His team spawning towards C. That's the safe side of the map for him. Acid just split in the middle of Whirlpool. That tells you there's players in tower and in gold, right? Or else Acid wouldn't have split like that. So he's trying to run the ball that direction instead. And I kind of like the idea on the play, right? Trying to keep it alive for the team here. World 2 with Shock. Breaking Shot cuts it off from the top of the A window. Bit of a scrappy scenario here. Shock available bottom mid. Likely going to get finessed by Cycle. I think Last Shot has Shock. He's Shroud. Frosty might have it. Frosty is grappled. Last Shot just holding onto the ball in the meantime with the numbers advantage. I know where Acid is too. Dead to rights. They're all on console except Breaking Shot. And Breaking Shot changed his PC settings to make it more like console. But they're all... Everybody else is console.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball out of bounds. Ball.
My Chaos. Just trades everywhere. Breaking Shot closest to the ball, actually, for a pickup. Let's see if he can do it. Actually coming on mid-map to support him on the rotate here, too. And killing Cycle.
Ball dropped.
This is still the first round of ball, and it's neck and neck. Camo's up as well. They can't afford to lose their numbers, so dropping the ball to bait and switch is smart here. Breaking Shot with the shields will take the place of Piggy, who's one shot, to back out with ball. I don't like that we grab this before getting kills. He might die right away. Unless we finesse, right? Found timing. Last Shot looking for him. Somehow not going to hit the shot. I heard that it's harder to see Camo on Xbox, by the way. Last Shot mentioned this in his stream. And this is like a component in the LAN that might change things in the LAN in a big way. Camo is 45 seconds. Longer than usual, right? And if it's harder to see on Xbox, Camo might be even more valuable in pro play. Is movement my favorite part of Halo? One of my favorite parts, yeah. I like mechanics. Yeah, so like Breaking Shot right there might not have lived on PC. I think Last Shot would have seen and deleted him quick, but because it's Xbox, I think he had more trouble seeing Breaking Shot and he slipped around the corner. And that's a big deal, right? You're going to see a lot more high profile, like Camo plays, maybe, at the LAN on Xbox, if it's harder to see. Isn't too hard to see on Xbox? Okay. I mean, it's obviously still visible, but on PC, like, the pros see that shit from... I see it across the map. Like, I legit see Camo across the map on PC. I feel like people probably think I'm cheating. I see it so far away.
Nearing victory.
Trying to bait and switch here with Breaking Shot. Somehow comes out with 2. World 2 in the meantime does have a shock. As Piggy gets out of dodge, he's going to look for a face on this. Quick ball collection from SR in the meantime at 86. Final 10 seconds, so they're going to be forced to make a play through pipes. And anybody out in the open is going to get their face peeled. World 2 doing exactly that. Watch your head. A little bit of a shoulder graze. There's the final denial. That'll be a round. Caught off guard if someone approaches. Yay.
Incoming.
Plus more blanks? Oof. Hopefully not. I should do IRL content? What would I do IRL? What would you want to see me do IRL? I'll be honest, I don't have the most impressive day-to-day routine, you know? Like...
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
1v1 me for $100? Whoa, whoa. You got that money? IRL. Oh, shit. I don't know about that.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Trying to find a collapse on the ball here. Almost got finessed by Last Shot, but good peeks. Ball sent at the bottom mid debate. Psycho making his way to Shock in the meantime. I think he just got out with it. And Breaking Shot might get peeled with the 1v1 inbound here. He's got a combo to defend himself.
Enemy has the ball.
Good survival from Cycle.
Enemy has the ball.
Wake up condition beard, imagine. Beard maintenance tutorial. Yeah, baby. It's really not that elaborate. Man, absolutely shut down. Some good looking team fire here. Piggy now last up. He'll likely spawn his team behind him and seed along. Yep, which gives them oddball advantage. Just based off of Piggy's positioning. To convert that into a setup. It's going to be up to Shopify to find a way to push. Jesus. Last shot again coming in like a wrecking ball. Off the side of the map. Yeah, breaking shot hitting that jump off the map there for an extra, what, 2 seconds? They take the lead off it.
Enemy has the ball.
That's a long message.
Ball dropped.
Limited to a company that doesn't have the bandwidth to respond to the community's wants. Yeah, exactly. Where it's like HCS doesn't have... I mean, nobody seems to have the bandwidth. I don't know why. And then we're not always unified in their feedback either, so it's like... Or it's like when they finally do get around to addressing the feedback, they're late on it, and the feedback has changed by then, you know? I feel like that's happened before at times, too. Like, when they added 2 maps to, competitive last year, they added Lattice, and they added something else, right? And they took out Solitude, King of the Hill, they took out Streets Oddball. They did it, like, so late in the year, right in the middle of, like, the most competitive point in the season, that it just felt kind of wrong. But if it had been done months prior, it would have been more respected, appreciated, you know? So it's like sometimes they listen to community feedback, but then they're so delayed that the feedback isn't the same anymore. People's opinions and things have changed about certain maps, or, you know, it no longer makes sense to just shove something in a month before a tournament. I saw the Accelerate thing, Jason, yeah. Congrats to him. Still not 100% sure how his job factors into things. I think he's like just helping out with the support articles and like communication around game updates, you know? I'll be breaking shot that scoops up the shock.
Enemy way to victory.
So much for that opening, right? Usubeni had 1 bout of control backseat. They have not gotten the ball back since. Shopify just completely denying him. Pearl 2 and last shot doubled up with Cycle on the pinch here too. Piggy and teammate trying to force trades and pipes. And World 2 just worried about spawners. Let his team do the rest. I like how he rechalls that, right? He comes from behind the half wall from a different angle for Yaxin with timing he wasn't ready for. Takes his shields, even though his team ends up dying in the exchange. Instead of picking up ball, he's specifically looking for trades while alone. Gonna live as long as he possibly can in A here. Delay time. He also team spawn last shot nearby, which is a big deal for this. Makes it that much harder for the team to come out with ball control. Why would Cycle spawn out towards elevator? I probably missed it, Zach. My bad. If he's spawning elevator, there's likely too much happening. Like there's gunfights happening in other areas of the map that force that spawn to happen. But like Royal 2 there, crouched in the back of A, managed to avoid gunfights enough to get a team spawn. And that can be very important in like bouncing back from a disadvantage. So it's just a really well executed decision from Royal 2 right there that made it hard for Usubeni.
Enemy has the ball.
Okay, ADHD, I'll allow it, I guess, even though that's freaking random. Yeah, I agree. Cheese.
Enemy has the ball.
Trying to turn this into like a burnt peanut style level of entertainment would take more than me just sitting here on a camera. I need to like become a character and then change my whole personality, become like completely unhinged, you know? Even then, like, still capped on our potential with Halo. Just be you, bro. No, but if you want, do you think Burnt Peanut is being him as much as he's being, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of a created, he's himself, but he's also, it's an act, you know? It's like a, for the sake of entertainment, he's playing a character. If you really want to, you know, blow the scene wide open, I'd have to, like, you know, full invest in the entertainment side of things, maybe? I don't know. Just be more unhinged. Who knows? Can't blame Halo Studios for entirely for Microsoft. Also force them to go contract workers. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a long freaking story, and one that I don't even know 100% the details of. You know. As the scrim continues, the lead gets larger, man. We're getting down to the tail end of this, chat. Got a few more games Unless they play out the Slayers. But Shopify just looking a little unstoppable. Good chunk of viewers that want the authenticity, though. Yeah, for sure. It's a question of, like, what's going to get the most viewership versus what's going to get the most, like...
King of the hill.
I don't know. There's different benefits and disadvantages to... Like, authenticity means I might have a more dedicated, supportive core community, but a smaller community, right? And then I guess Burnt Peanut isn't necessarily inauthentic. He's just unfiltered. Doesn't spend too much time worried about controversial topics. Just kind of focus on, unless it's like yapping at somebody in the chat, throw enough money at him, he'll respond to you. But otherwise, he's just focused on the show, you know? And the guests, I guess, he has on. I mean, I do think we have to find ways to, like, I'll pull a commentator like yourself, Eli, in here in the future. I don't know if that would make it better content. The more people I bring in here, the less focus on the gameplay, which is one thing, and the chat. The chat no longer becomes the guest. The person I bring on becomes the guest. It's like maybe having different personalities hit the stream. It's hard to say. I don't think you become that person if you're not that person. What, Burnt Peanut? You'd have to have that aspect of you within you. You don't just, like, contrive it, you know, from the ground up. Like, you have to... Yeah, he has to, like, be that... Maybe that is his truest self, you know what I mean? His truest, most unfiltered version of himself, because he can safely be that. If I acted like that Peanut dude, you'd not be on this stream. Have you seen him actually, though, Man Up, or do you just see, like random clips? I hear you, though. It's not for everybody. World 2 looking for... What? Oh. And he didn't play the snipe, though. Maybe getting a little bit overzealous, right? Going for the style, like a play, snipe, and a final shot before he died. He ends up giving it up. And 3 bullets over to Acid to save the hill. I think it'd be a good day. Sounds good, Eli. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's always be fun having you in there. Silence, bozo. What's up, Jelly? Yeah, World Shoot. He tried to do it all, right? He tried to get a little extra lick on him. Take the attention. What is that peak, bro? On the Xbox. Cycle. Not even firing a bullet. Literally just staying in the fight with a perfect peak until his team pushes it out. Interesting split spawn. They put pressure on dummies enough to force splits behind Cycle. A little bit caught off guard by giving break and shot the edge. And actually going to hit the hill directly. Last shot absolutely denies him. Trying to hold on to what's left of this. Frosty in the center. Head on a swivel. Good last second save. They got numbers here too and a perimeter to nest. They'll be giving up camo likely. That's a big kill from Cycle. But they should have enough teammates nearby to make sure they get out with it. Last shot gets a free camo, sorry. For their efforts, though, because they had to focus on hill. Which might convert into a second hill here, but still some good ice. Out of Usubeni. Frosty playing forward. Last shot might be able to find the snipe and camo. Yep. This could get ugly. We've seen enough. Fair enough. I don't know, man. I've spent, like, some good dedicated time in the stream, and I understand why he's so popular. He is pretty ridiculous at times. Like, I don't agree with everything. But, I understand why he's popular. And he's an entertainer. What? It's a body. Frosty with the cleanup, looking for 2. To keep the action occupied as last shot finds the easy pick. Last shot gets out of dodge. That's Piggy last up, trying to find 1 kill. He will. That sniper was collected likely by Cycle, holding the hill looking for faces.
Enemy about to score.
Oh my god.
This is the way.
2027? Yeah, maybe. Jeez, I'm not sure. Black Star, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Enemy team.
You're witnessing another Shopify masterclass, likely inbound here. 2 bullets left for Cycle to make a play.
Enemy team took the hill.
What does he stream? He streams Arc Raiders. Holy shit, the repeat. That was nasty. The speed off the jump, too, and the placement of the reticle. Man's just so freaking ready. Denies Acid like nothing. Straight at the bottom mid to cut the angle. Frosty has the blender established with the C side rotate, forcing B spawns here as they keep him trapped. Cycle's still cooking. He's going to live up in the meantime. Might have almost cut off breaking shot. Good looks. But Last Shot holds hill. Roll 2 is out. Off spawn here. Last Shot's alone. Yeah, Last Shot hopping at a hill early so he can bait it is smart. Peeking from the back of the hill. Keeping his life as long as possible, so Royal 2 has an opportunity now instead. Camo's available, and Yaxon's on top of it. Royal 2 trying to secure a trade. He does force it with the sticky. Yaxon coming back for the camo. But he's alone. Unless Piggy can find a way to get involved. Piggy keeping Frosty weak. Nice nade. It's somehow not enough. Frosty dies to breaking shot. He didn't burn the camo. The camo sits on the floor. Last Shot alone trying to finesse. He won't get to it. Giving breaking shot, I think, access to camo. Oh, it is freaking chaos. Can Acid get it? Acid on camo. Piggy finding Royal 2. They keep it alive. Acid needs to be patient here. Frosty sees him. Good reach out. Couple peeks on Last Shot will keep him busy. Piggy off the bait and switch. Working out the angles beautifully here. Can they extend this into spawn control and snipe? Because they might have a hill if they keep this up. The H1 remake doesn't do much for the core audience. It only really benefits Microsoft's pockets. It's for the PlayStation players that haven't played Halo in like over 10 years, getting back into the franchise. For new people, it's like to invite new people to the campaign side of the game, and the hardcore lore campaign fans will appreciate the remake, right? Breaking Shot really respecting Shopify here. But for the competitive crowd and the dedicated Halo players, it doesn't really do anything to move the series forward. That little hi-ya was almost sweet. Yeah, it's a great camo life. No, I was out of acid, Chris, but yeah.
Enemy team
And it led to a little bit of control here. World 2 finding snipe might change that. I think the campaign fans are down for it, but they're so nitpicky about the art style, so I'm seeing that shit on the timeline. And I get it. Like, why does everything look so pristine? Oh, my word. Finds a face, but Acid scoops him up. And they get the hill. Pretty chaotic. It's going to be a mad dash to the snipe in the meantime, and Frosty was closest to it. I don't think he got it, though. I don't know who got it. World 2 might run back to collect his snipe to drop. Assuming it's still in play. Maybe not. I don't know if I'll stream Campaign Evolved. To be honest, I'm pretty whatever about it. I'll play it, you know, but we'll see. The only... Did he hit that? Not quite. Sprint strafing still works on Xbox. Confirmed. There you go. I don't know what the hell that was, but it looked confusing. World 2 making me dizzy, bro. Making me dizzy with an insane looking strafe. In the meantime, Cycle's worried about camo. World 2 hitting out the opposite side of the map. He's going to be late to the exchange, which might give Piggy the timing he needs to get this camo. Breaking shot supporting it. Yeah, they got coverage at A-plat here too. Basically, the remake is coming out in the summer. If the rumors are true, and it does come out in the summer, then it opens up space in the end of the year to announce something else and showcase the multiplayer. So I guess I'm sincerely hoping that the campaign does actually come out around the summer, and that Halo Fest is the announcement and showcase of the next multiplayer.
1 minute remaining.
That might be wishful thinking. Piggy with camo control could keep this game alive for Usubeni. SR has good hill progress, and 50 seconds is enough time to save this. They're in a scenario where they might as well play as much of the time as possible, and if they do, it'll likely go OT. Unless they clutch up here. Good kills. 3 kills. Nasty at a Piggy. Behind Cycle, found perfect timing. Right before the camo disappears with the back smack. Trying to isolate Frosty. Knows World 2's here on the right side, and he's still cooking. Piggy with 2 bags back to back, baby. Cycle forced to back down. His gamer tag might not be threatening, but he's in the right place at the right time. He's doing it all. Another back smack. What is happening? That wasn't quite a bag, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to count it. Damage in a World 2 cleaned up by Acid, and now 8 seconds left, and Usubeni. They might freaking have it. Yaxon, does he chase that out? Doesn't need to. Acid with snipe, and we're cooking the final spawners. a statement at the end of that at Usubeni. Nice to see, man. Statement game, quality life at a piggy, and a couple snipes at the end for acid. Nasty. Hype seeing the underdogs get one on the belt, you know? Oink fucking oink. Some damn good oinks at a piggy. Now 9-2. That's 11 games, Chad. There might be one more. Like the Vacancy Slayer. They got Vacancy Slayer. And depending on what the pros say, they'll play more Slayers or they end it here. Love the oinkster. Love to see it, man. More accurately, Royal 2 still works. He's still doing his thing on the Xbox. Quick little observer switch for Piggy.
Slayer. Defeat.
See what happens when both teams are on console? SR sweeps everyone. It didn't matter whether they were on PC or console, Jack. We kind of, I think, anticipated Shopify staying on top. They are the team to beat. Chat, I'm going to try to go to the bathroom quickly. This might be the time. Oh, maybe not. Do I bother? Or we just sit? We just sit through the Slayer. I'm just going to sit through the Slayer. I know this is ridiculous. I haven't moved in 3 hours. That's the issue with this. I don't get up. I don't eat. I didn't go to the freaking bathroom. I want to be locked in the whole time somehow. Hold it, baby. It's Slayer. It's Slayer versus Shopify. It's going to be quick, bro. 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. Give it my life.
Slayer.
Do I fast? I haven't been intentionally fasting. No, I've changed my diet up though. Like what I do in the morning is I earn my first meal. So I hit the gym or take a walk or do something athletic in the morning, and then I've been drinking some. I have a banana. So I guess I'm not technically fasted. I have a banana, and then I've been having water with apple cider vinegar, salt, and creatine. A little bit of creatine in the morning. And then I work out, and then I have my first meal after my workout. And then I've been streaming until freaking like 9 p.m. And then I have a big meal at night, which I don't think is ideal. Like, I feel like I should have like a can of sardines and something simple that I could just like eat quick in the middle of the stream. And I think that'd be perfect if I could do that. Like, just good, healthy fat and protein. And like some veggies or something, fruit and veggies. Holy shit, that was sick. And then I have a meal for dinner, and then we're done for the day. With protein in between, right? So I have a protein shake. Try to keep all the meals high protein if I can, so I keep the protein amount up, but limit the carb intake and the calories. So I'm doing like a light cut without the muscle mass loss. Yeah. Right. What I want to get is some electrolyte powder, though, too. I haven't done that. And then I would add that to the drink. It tastes terrible. But it's a good way to replenish the salt from the previous night, right? It's just good. It supports health in a lot of different ways. I just followed a YouTube short, if I'm being honest. And decided I would try it out. It kind of wakes me up. Oatmeal peanut butter? I like that, too. I love peanut butter, bro. I definitely have, like, scoops of peanut butter throughout the day if I can, just like a spoon, you know. Canned chicken. I like canned sardines. I love sardines. Screw up in your mouth. Sardines are freaking good, bro. If you don't like sardines, you're missing out. So one of the healthiest foods you could. Holy shit. Okay, we should just watch the game. I mean, bro. Royal 2 absolutely cooking with 3. All their spawners deleted. They flipped them to the opposite side of the map. No, there's team spawning here. Spawn still in the same location. But yeah, it's healthy fat and protein. It's like Really, really good for you, Sardines. Really good for you. Back to Frosty. Hard to get off the SR POVs while they stay on top. Usubeni doing a pretty good job of just keeping it even, despite playing from the back foot. Just trying to find an angle. Shot in the back there for a second. All of a sudden, they go forward dead. Hold on, we're in the pocket. 17 to 18. Map control established for Usubeni. Immediately cooked by Acid. Some good-looking shots right here. 8 and 3. Once you have Sardines, you can't go back to Tuna. Yeah, the issue with Tuna is that it's not fatty. It's just dry, right? Canned salmon I prefer over tuna because it has. I have it with like the skin and the. It's got like bones in it, but you can eat them. It's like an edible bone or whatever. Canned salmon is good. Tuna is good if I mix it with like a mayo or something, you know? But on its own, it's just so dry. Frosty with an effortless 5. We got a narrow game of Halo. Adderall too, yeah. See, now I'm just starving. Shot controller for breaking shot. Not sure if he'll peel a face before he dies. Crazy looking fight. Yeah, all he can do is try to like cut the vertical there and give himself an opportunity for another shot. It's just so hard to place the head at that angle. Pro 2 getting denied with the pickup on the shot. Last shot might be the one to find it. A little bit busy with his own gunfights. Leave it behind. Can he come back for it? No? Okay. We don't want it. Late to the fight here, too. Last shot. Yeah, nose to back out. Lost his teammates. Immediately going to pivot. A little bit of indecisiveness. Hard-boiled eggs are good. Yeah, that's a good idea. I have like 4 to 5 eggs every day, though. And egg whites and whatnot. I think eggs might be my favorite food, bro. One of my favorite foods. Tuna with Miracle Whip. I just like standard mayo, honestly. Nothing wrong with some mayo, no? It's not that bad. Eggs prepared in any way, bro. Any way, pretty much. Doesn't even matter. Pro 2 thinking spawns are here, but he's missed it. Cycle's got that bait and switch opportunity from down low. Trying to find at least one. Shyway. If I got that right, some good footwork. Not quite enough, though. Piggy will find it. 38 to 36, up by 2. Last shot somehow retrieves the kill. But that death on that side of the map gives timing to his team to maybe break out and put themselves in some awkward positions. They're all bottom mid. They're about to get swarmed. Getting tagged in the back right now. Finds Cycle. Good looks. Breaking shot immediately cleaned up. Jackson dead. And Piggy's in an awkward spawn. They know that they split him alone. Right? Piggy died last, so he spawns alone. He's trying to wait for his team to spawn with him. Working off a corner play. You have to be able to play this way in Halo, even though World 2 has a perfect freaking answer. But knowing when to play corner, right, and surprise your opponents is good Halo in Slayer. It's the only way you can bounce back from a snowball sometimes. But World 2's, you know, a god. He's got a sticky in the back pocket, and he's never going to let you get an easy kill. They start to anticipate this stuff. Acid here. Yep, cleaned up. Very quickly cuts off his right side for safety. Remaining spawners back at Hotel. It's just going to be trades, and as long as it's trades, the game's over. 48 to 41. Got to be 49. Last shot with some uncharacteristic misses. That was definitely an Xbox moment right there. Over his head, completely whiffing, looking a little lost. But it didn't matter. Royal 2 with the final kill. 50 to 44. And a relatively close game of Slayer, but the tail end, man. Again, they pull away. Freaking love this. Let's go, Cube. Playing on your laptop at work while your office is closed. Good to hear, man. Anything I can do to give you guys, like, what? Something to keep on, maybe even in the background. Oh, I can report these guys for cheating? Sweet. Something to keep on in the background while you're working or playing the game, you know? That is it, chat. Not seeing any GGs. Oh, we should get some GGs. Even though I didn't play the game. $10 to 2 is the score. Frosty coming out with 17 kills in that final game. Roll 2 with 15. Kind of a rough final game for Breaking Shot at 2,400 damage. Even on the PC, changing those settings around is something to get used to, right? I also don't know where these players are located. Acid never seems to have an issue, despite being in Mexico, but I think he pings to the Texas servers anyway. Should at least have to try a marathon. Maybe off stream. I don't know. It's not really my kind of game though, bro. I don't really play like the Battle Royale extraction shooter type of game, you know? Saying console is grown man shit. The pros might actually start to appreciate this Xbox thing, right? Because it's like its own isolated, you know, environment for competition. It's challenging, but everybody has to deal with the same challenge. So like low key, it's annoying at first, but I feel like the pros might start to appreciate the fact that everybody's playing in the same circumstances. Game's got you searching for new controllers. Doesn't matter what controller you play on for the Xbox, though, right? Just got to use what's comfy. Oh, regular Series X controller. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, for you, it might make sense to get something with paddles, so it's easier to like move around quickly and whatnot. Elite 2 had if it had shoulder buttons and a more responsive. Yeah, if it had like a pulling rate option or something, it'd be good. I don't like how the paddles are laid out on the bottom of the Elite. It's not a great setup. Otherwise, it's not terrible. That's how you do it. What, Xbox? Not sure what's going on with the scrim situation, right?
The hell, Jerry, y'all about to sweep or something or what? How long have I been fucking streaming? Holy fuck, only 5 hours? There's no fucking way.
I don't see anybody else currently playing. People could be offline, you don't know?
What's the job interview for, Jay?
I might hop off chat. Send it to Snipe Down. It's good to see this man grinding.
Both of them hurt. Nice, good shots. Nice, that's game.
How's it going for him?
I'm pretty
sure I have
Everyone's an Xbox because of DreamHack. DreamHack is going to be Xbox only. Snipe Down's on PC though. He's playing on like a low FOV.
I'll message you back.
And some sort of like default looking offset. Thank you, JBM.
That was nice to see. I thought you were gonna just spam shoot. And I thought you were gonna miss a couple, and you just fuck that fucker down.
Man, very animal panda. What the hell? I think somebody might have given him like a secondary or something.
I will.
Yeah, what the fuck? 75 is actually pretty insane.
He's trying to loose it offset. Okay. But he's on a lower FOV.
What's good, Andy?
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed the scrim. Even though I know it was convincing. Again, it's good to be an observer. Definitely keeps us busy. And then we'll just try to keep doing it for every matchup we can, right? Got to play the game, though, too. At some point. But I'm going to get some dinner. Kind of like a later stream today. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out. 118 viewers over to Snipe Down. Give the man some love. GG ship. Oh shit, I forgot about that video too, BK. We got to find time to watch that. We were doing, I was watching Physionic and Eli's videos. We'll get another chance this week, if that's okay. See you, Cube. Watch my stream in the background. Sounds good, Greg. You missed it. That's okay, Sirion. When's the next scrim, man? Or you hit me up on disc. All right, sounds good, man. Go enjoy Snipe Down. This is a rare treat, right? We don't get to watch this guy play. 125 viewers. Same with YouTube.